close that window in a second. All right, we're going to go live on Instagram, YouTube. Let's go live here. How do I go live? Go live. All right. Give everyone a few minutes to get on all of these. All right, we'll go like a minute, let everyone get on here. We are going live today. I'm on Instagram, YouTube. We're on TikTok. Never been live on TikTok before. Nick, you ever been live on TikTok before?
Nope.
All right, we got questions coming in already. What's a workout plan that you should give your baseball players that are sophomores in the off season? Okay. All right, so just so you guys know, we're going to answer baseball questions tonight. We also, tonight you can see, we've got our Gordon stuff. Well, you guys can't see the other guys. Let me...
Should I request to join and go over there with the fellas?
Oh, you might have to do that in a minute. So we are in our Gordon office, and we've got the locker room right next to us. We have the whole team over there. We have Clash of the Tartans tonight. So for the next hour and a half, let's say, somewhere around there, at 7:40, let's say hour, we're going to be on here raising money for our team. So we are in a competition with every other sport. Right now we're in 7th place. We have live right here. Let me actually pull it up and see exactly where we are. So right now we've moved up to 6th place. We've raised $19,052 so far. So if you want to donate, is there a way for me to put it in the chat? Let me see. See if I can write in my own chat. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. Let me know if you guys are able. Oh, I can put it right here, I think. Let's see. I can comment here. Paste. Post the link and pin it. Johnny Reyna. All right, here we go. There's the link. Pin. Wow, Johnny, you're the best. All right. Let's see if we can do it on TikTok. I don't know how TikTok works. Can I... Nick, are you able to go on there? Are you able to post something and pin it? Or maybe I can pin it?
On TikTok?
No, sorry, on YouTube. All right, give us 1 minute, and then we will answer your questions. So we'll answer baseball questions tonight. If you would like to donate to the program, I am going to put that link in here at some point. We also have these jerseys here. So if anybody wants a Gordon jersey, we've got home away or away home, however we want to say it. But we are going to give those away. I think the guys are giving those away for like $50 donations, which is actually a steal because I think the jerseys are probably a lot more money than that. Thanks, Johnny. All right, while we get this figured out, I'll start answering some of these questions.
It says it's 7 characters too many to post.
Oh, really? All right. What's the next best way we can get people links? Is that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Really? On YouTube, are you able to see the description of the video anywhere? Because I put it in the description.
Oh, it says live talking baseball.
Darn. All right.
It's just right there.
Let me see your phone for a sec. Oh no, you can get it right there. Yeah. So it's that link right there. So anyone watching live, if you just go to the description of this video, the link is right there, and we'll be able to monitor as donations come in. So far I have raised $2,325. Casey Watson is on my tail though. He just raised $2,025 and I need to beat everybody. So if you'd like to donate, it is there. For everyone on TikTok, I don't know how we can do it on TikTok. I never go live on
I'll
TikTok.
go on that one and see if I can just put it in the comments.
Yeah, see if you can do that. All right, let's answer some baseball questions now. Our season starts February 27th, so only in a couple of weeks. Not very far away at all. All right, workout plan that you'd give your baseball players that are sophomores in the off season. Sophomores in high school, I'm assuming, or maybe college. Well, I guess it's tough to say without seeing or knowing anything about the player, what position they are. But I would be working on getting bigger, faster, stronger. Honestly, you can find workouts. I'm probably your worst source for this. You can go online and probably find a million different workouts. But I would say trying to get bigger, stronger, faster, making sure that you're staying mobile and able to move. But I will say college baseball, at least, especially at a high level, everyone is really big, really strong, and really fast. What does a typical spring training day look like for a position player? That is a typical spring training day. I got to go back. So I usually get to spring training at I usually get there around 7 a.m., I think, if I remember. So I get in at 7, eat, go to the cage, hit, come back, have a team meeting, usually like 8 something. We go out and usually start practice around 9 o'clock or so. And then we practice, I don't know, a couple hours, 9 to like 11, 11:30, come back, eat lunch. I take another shower, get ready for the game. I think we usually played at 1, play 1 to 4, done at 4, come back in, usually get a lift in, go get dinner, go to bed, wake up the next morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock, do it all over again. That's a typical day of spring training. Put the link in and pin it. I would do that, but it's not letting me put comments on here. You know how I might be able to do it? Let me see. Maybe if I go on my laptop and try it this way. All right, we got any questions going on over here? Softball team's singing. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get on and post. Let me see if I can get the link by going this way. So if I go live here, ooh, I might be able to. Link by going this way. So if I go live, there we go. I'm gonna try to put it in the chat. Oh, look at that! I can do it. All right, it's pinned. Anyone that would like to help me specifically win this thing, but help our team. All the donations go toward 100% donations go to our team. So we go to Florida on March 4th. So it helps with all of our travel, every aspect of playing down there. Hold on 1 sec. Let me just pull this right back up. I lost the Clash page where I can see how the donations are going. There we go. We got it. All right, we're going to refresh. Perfect. Our 11 team is really struggling with bat drag. We love your videos on correcting it, but are struggling to have them understand the concept. I would say 11-year-olds are like, it's a tough age because they're weak. So like most weak hitters, their rear arm gets forward because they have no back strength. So sometimes it's just like my son struggled a ton with bat drag as a 9-year-old and younger. A 10-year-old got a little bit better, and now as 11-year-old, he's like way better. I didn't really teach him a whole. I mean, I tried to get him to feel his back a little bit more, but a lot of it is just as they get stronger, they do it. So I would say the one tip is like when you get loaded, feel like you are almost pinching your scap back and like hold it. Don't let them release it because then their rear arm goes like that and the barrel drags. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but one of our pitchers, one of our pitchers, is said for every donation he's going to get slapped in the face. I don't know if that's a good idea. Let's see what other questions we have. Mar, you're in here. Listen, you have to, for having to deal with your comments for the last 10 years on live, you need to donate to Gordon Baseball. Extended clips, thank you, I appreciate that. Lakeland, Florida, that's actually where we're going. We're going to Lakeland, Florida to play on March 4th. You should come out and watch us play. You can actually get one of these jerseys right now, and then you can wear it to the game and support the team. Yeah, Mari's a real one. He's been torturing me in these chats for the last 10 years. Do we have anyone that works with catchers? Coach Frank. They want to know if we have anyone that works with catchers. Frank said, yep. He's the guy. Coach Frank Salona, he's our catching coach. Works with Antonelli baseball catchers and is our catching coach here at Gordon. If you want to see Coach Frank in action, you're on YouTube right now. Just go to our playlist. We have a whole playlist that shows all of our Gordon stuff. He's the guy working with the catchers. He's the guy. That was Fitz. That was Fitz? Fitz. If Dean needs help with catching stuff, we have a great YouTube channel. You can get on there and watch our catching coach, Frank Salona. Where's the question? Where did you see it? Hold on. How did I miss that? I didn't even look who sent it. No, that's not Frank. I mean, that's not Fitz. Is it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yep.
All right. How do I hit a curveball better? You hit curveballs better by seeing more curveballs and being able to, like, your brain just gets better at processing, like, the hump in the ball. But you also need to have pretty good balance as you move out. So, like, players that can't control their weight and they get really forward, they have a hard time controlling their body. If you can't control your body, you can't control. I always say, if you can't control your body weight, you can't control your ability to wait on the ball. So you got to be able to, like, move out while keeping your head over your belly button and be able to be balanced, because then you can, adjust on a slower pitch. My opinion of kids specializing in one sport. I would say, yeah. I would just say when you're young, like, there's no need to really specialize. I mean, if all you love is one sport, I'm not going to tell a kid to. I mean, I probably would say try some other sports. I don't think you have to specialize until you're probably, like, I would specialize if I was like a junior in high school and I desperately wanted to play baseball and I just wasn't good enough to play college baseball, or I wasn't good enough to make my high school team and that's all I wanted to do. Then maybe you give up another sport to be able to train more and specialize. But, like, I think a lot of people, it's crazy, like, want their 8 and 9-year-olds to specialize because they think they're going to fall behind. And that's kind of crazy. Yeah, you coach a 8U travel team looking for fun drills to do at indoor practice, been drilling right, left foot drill. So we try to post a lot of our indoor practices. If you go to we haven't posted, actually, I usually post a lot of infield stuff. I apologize because I like infield. But for infield stuff, just go to our channel. You're on our channel. And I have a ton of our footage of our indoor practices, just literally copy our practices. And it goes back like 10 years. You can go back and see almost every drill we've ever done. How much you stress nutrition to our players? We stress it we stress it a lot. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not an expert, but we talk a lot about. We just gave a team meeting, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago where we talked a lot about nutrition. Just making sure that we're eating enough calories. That's usually a pretty big problem with most players. Not eating enough calories, eating frequently enough, skipping meals. A lot of people always say like, "Oh, I'm too busy." I always think I'm too busy for that. Is usually like I'm too lazy to get up a little earlier and eat, or they don't think it's important. So we stress it a lot. Drinking a lot of water is important. Like a lot of guys will be dehydrated because they just don't. Same thing. They don't take the time. So like, yeah. Especially as you get older, you kind of have to like treat nutrition as a job, eating as a job, staying hydrated as a job. You're welcome. 3 hour rule. Tony, I don't know if that's from. I don't know if you're saying that because of me or if that's a real rule, but I that was my rule my whole life. I would never go more than 3 hours without eating, and you can ask my wife. Like, if I don't now, I don't care. Now I can go like 8 hours without eating, but I'm also fat now. But when I was younger, if I didn't eat and 3 hours hit and I didn't have food on me, I get, what is it? Hangry. I get angry that I was hungry. Let's see. All right, we got to check in and see if anyone's donated. I had raised $2,325 5 minutes ago. Let's see if it's gone up. Has it gone up? It hasn't gone up. We need a donation. All right, if you're new, if you just got on here, we've got our Clash of the Tartans going on right now for Gordon College. 100% of the proceeds, 100% of donations go to helping our team. So if you click the link in the description box, and we also have it, I have it posted in here, right? It's a post. Yeah, it's pinned at the top of the chat. If you click that button, it's going to bring you over to my page, and then you're going to see exactly what the money goes towards. So I tried to break it down as much as possible. But our baseball team, like this is a school-wide competition, so we're trying to win this thing. We've raised about $20,000 so far, but tonight is the biggest night that we have. And I think I am going to start giving out jerseys to people that donate the most. Actually, I already do have this. So the 3 highest donors for me are all going to get either a jersey, or they can get an Antonelli baseball, whatever they want. I'll send them one of those. So that I did say I would do that about a week ago when we started this. So if you end up being one of the 3 highest donors, you will get an item of your choice. Hey, we just got a $20 super chat. Okay, I'll donate that for you. Where'd that super chat come from? Whoa, thank you so much. Ansel, is that how you say it? I appreciate your donation from a Red Sox hater. We have another Red Sox hater actually right over here. Coach Palma hates the Red Sox. I don't have a favorite team, but we do appreciate that donation. I'm going to take that super chat and I'm going to donate that to the team.
You have a favorite team, it's just the Patriots.
I am a huge Patriots fan. I will be cheering very hardcore for the Patriots. What do we got over here in TikTok? I've never been on TikTok live before. Hey, you're welcome, Sober Sarah. Wow, Thomas is excited. You like the chat. You like this thing 452 times. Sober Sarah, who's your nephew that plays for us? Thank you very much. The softball team's singing Golden right now. Is that Golden? I think that's called Golden. My kids watch that. sing that song. You ever heard of that? K-pop. What is it? K-pop and the Demon Hunters or
I
something?
have no idea.
You guys
know
don't
more than I
have.
do.
You guys don't have kids. All right. Let's see. We've got some more questions here. Mar, where are you? Come on, Mar. You're supposed to be donating tonight. How do you think high schoolers should use social media in terms of recruiting? And the 3 hour thing was for me. Thanks, Tony. High schoolers should be using social media. So the biggest, I would say that X is definitely the biggest social media account. Almost anytime I need to find video on a player, I type their name in and their X profile shows up. So it's an easy way for you to be able to put up. You can put up your video on there. You can technically DM coaches, and coaches can DM you. Although I communicate a little bit on X with players, but usually I use X as the way to be able to find video of players. So you can put, if you're a pitcher, you can put your best pitches on there with a radar gun. If you're a hitter, your best at bats, your fielding technique, and it's an easy way for coaches to be able to just get a really quick look at you, and then we can decide if you're a player that we want to pursue, want to go out and see play live. Did I have a chance to talk about everydays? So we haven't talked about everydays just yet. Everydays, our everydays change a lot. So like I would consider what I did yesterday at practice everydays, but like we did the flamingo drill, we did short hop drill. I'm actually going to put those on, probably next week I'll put those on YouTube. So I mean, for me, like every day is usually just start with some type of hands routine where you're just working on at you, backhand, forehand, pinch and short hops, and then working on the transfer too, not just fielding it, and then incorporate some type of footwork. Like I like the drill where we throw the ball up and you've got to get the short hop because it makes you move your feet. So I start with the hands, then go to the feet, and then just push them back and go more ground balls. What happened, Frank?
I lost.
You lost what?
Playing a game with him.
What game are you playing?
Connect 4.
Oh, Connect 4. I don't know if I'm any good at Connect 4. Hey, Cole, what's happening? How are you? Oops. Thank you, Preston. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see what other questions I missed in here. Take my watch off. My wrist is killing right now. You're welcome, RD3 Sports. My kid plays and loves basketball and feels like he's behind already for training this winter. We are in the north and we're going to a dome. I'll tell him he's fine, not to worry. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I mean, I'll be honest, when I was in high school, I didn't really do much baseball until like a week before tryouts because I played hockey. And I didn't touch skates until hockey tryouts. And I didn't pick up a football until football tryouts. So like, I know everyone's different. That's kind of the way I did it. But I enjoyed playing multiple sports. Favorite part about being a college coach? That's a good question. I mean, the favorite part about being a coach in general is just I enjoy baseball and I enjoy teaching things that I learned. So, I mean, the most enjoyable part is probably teaching a player something that they didn't know and then seeing them do well. Are we past the whole college extra eligibility year fiasco since COVID? Probably getting past it, but there's still a lot of like really old players in college baseball. So I don't know if COVID is so much of an issue now, but now the issue is more NIL, transfer portal, less major league draft rounds, less major league or minor league teams. So there's a ton of players just playing college baseball now. Because of all those reasons. So it's still harder to play college baseball now than ever before. Oh, Tyler Wilson wants to join in. Let's see what happens. Go live with Tyler Wilson on here. I'm on Instagram right now trying to get Tyler Wilson on here. Hey, what's up, Hayden? All right, everybody. We have to have had a donation by now. We got to go tell our team to pick it up. We went up. We're in 6th place right now, guys. We're $1,000 behind men's lacrosse. That is, we can't lose to men's lacrosse. Thanks, Michael De Silva. Again, if you guys just got here, first, like the channel or like the video. Second, we're doing Clash of the Tartans tonight. It's our biggest time of year for giving to Gordon Baseball. So, if you guys follow our channel, you know that I coach at Gordon Baseball. And we've got our whole team across the way. Maybe we should go grab somebody and bring them in here, see if they can.
Who would you like?
Guys, think of a question you'd like to ask a college baseball player. We're going to grab somebody right now. So if you have any question, put in the comments section right now, and we're going to bring them in here and we'll ask them. Hopefully they give you a good answer. And then you guys got to click the pinned comment, and you're able to donate right there. Oh, Mr. Goopy, Tyler Wilson wants to come and answer a question. Okay, so everyone was asking about nutrition and lifting. You're in a very tight shirt there, sir, but come on over here. All right, so does anyone have a question? Anyone have a question for Mr. Tyler Wilson?
Which camera am I looking at?
There's a lot of them here. We're on 3 different platforms. Okay, we'll do that. Hold on one sec. How much focus you place on fundamentals? No, we need a better question for Tyler. Hey, this guy's a college baseball player. Okay, I'll ask him a question. Can you give me a day of practice? All right, let's say we have practice tomorrow. Let's say we're outside. We got 3:15 practice. Give me your normal schedule. What do you do? So what time you wake up on a normal day? Come over here a little bit more so I can see you right there.
All right.
What time you wake up at?
I wake up at like 7:30, 8:30.
Okay,
Get to school.
Yep.
I'll get to school at my first class every day is at 11:30. So I'll
Okay.
do 2 hours of schoolwork beforehand. Go to class. After class, I'll go home because I'm a commuter.
Yep.
I'll eat a meal, come back for lift, then probably go home, eat a meal, go to practice, go home, eat a meal.
How much you weigh?
223.
He eats a lot of meals. That's a nutrition question. Hold on. What's Tyler's favorite drill? Tyler does not enjoy outfield fly balls off the fungal man. I know that much. All right, that's his least favorite drill. I don't know. Do you have a favorite drill?
I really like we have that outfielder thing
Yep.
with the three arms.
Oh,
You gotta
yes.
throw it up
Yes.
and
Like hand-eye coordination
call
stuff?
out the color.
All right.
And I like angle toss too for hitting.
This guy wants to know what's your daily calorie count.
4,000,
4,500.
4,500.
I would say it's about right.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Go Scots.
Go Scots. Donate to Tyler. Hit the link in the chat. We want Mike on here. Is that what they're saying? What do they want next? What do we want? We want Mike?
Oh, yeah.
On here?
All right, get over here.
Here we go.
We got Mike Pell right here.
How we doing?
You guys got a question for him? Do you want to know what I'm like when I get mad? I don't really get mad. Do I?
No, he hasn't got mad yet. Not yet.
The season has not
I haven't
started.
got there yet.
The season has not started. Make sure you get in here a little bit. There you go.
Young Mike.
I know.
All right. Any other questions for Mike? I honestly have. I don't think I've really gotten mad yet. No, I haven't. I have
I don't
not
think
gotten
so.
mad
I don't think
yet.
so.
But check back in about a month's time. We'll be in Florida.
This is so cool.
How much did you pay for that cut? Who said that?
Oh my God.
Actually, brand new haircut today, actually. What's it called again? Legends Barbershop in Lynn, Massachusetts.
You went to Lynn for this?
The best haircut place you will ever find in your entire life.
This guy wrote ouch.
Oh wow. You
You're
wish,
getting
pal.
roasted on
You
here.
wish, pal.
Please donate so Mike can get a new haircut.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now?
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on. You want everyone to know?
Yes.
$15 for a 5
Okay.
slot?
All right.
All right, what do we got?
All right, on the Gordon Baseball Instagram, we have a story post. It'll be $15, and I'll have to slap in the face with a pie every single time I get a donation, and it'll be from Tyler Wilson or Caleb Stewart, and they are pretty strong. So it might be.
So how do they donate?
So on the Gordon Instagram account, there's a Venmo link. You can just type in via that.
Okay.
And you'll send $15, and every time I get a text, I will get pied in the face with whipped cream.
All right, so you're gonna go see if you get a donation, and then you'll come back and get pied.
Yes, so we will consistently post on the story regarding the slap. So you will see every time I get hit in the face.
When you get hit the first time, though, can you come back here so we can do it here?
100%. Actually, we're actually gonna do a demonstration. I think.
Oh, a
So-
demonstration. Okay, come down a little bit. This is what it's gonna look like if you give $15 to that. Go ahead, give him a good one. Now cover up the sides here and here. So I'll play him. All right, go donate to Mike's
Fix the hair.
to his Venmo.
We got a little on the jerseys behind you, Coach.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. Hey, Mike, they want to know what's your favorite ice cream. Oh, that's Cam Wilbur. Never mind.
What they say?
Nah, Cam wanted to know what's your favorite ice cream.
$15 for the answer.
Hey, also, if anyone donates, I'm gonna change it a little bit. If anyone donates to my page too, we're gonna pie Mike in the face also. So.
This is my hair though. Come on now.
No more answering questions unless they pay.
All right, hold on. I'm seeing if anyone's donated.
So what's up?
Nope, we still have no donations. I can't. We gotta pie Mike in the face. Oh, they got whipped cream all over my chair.
I did everything I could with the towel.
All over. Ah, you missed it? Okay, if you guys donate $15, that's all you gotta do. We're gonna pie him in the face again. I'll keep refreshing the page to see if we get. And if you super chat it, I'll just donate it over to the team. I'm donating tonight anyway, so. We just moved down to 7th place now. Men's soccer just passed us. We got to rock and roll.
This is unacceptable.
All right. How did 10U kids respond to overload underload training? Do you think it messes timing and rhythm? Thinking of starting. No, so I don't think it messes at all. So when we do it, we don't like just go overload underload. We go overload underload, and then we go and we hit with our normal bat. So it's not messing with your timing. It's just allowing you to move your body and rotate faster and increase your bat speed. And then you take that new bat speed that you're building and you just incorporate it into your normal bat. So we haven't noticed any timing issues. There's a lot of studies actually done that changing the implement actually will help with your ability to make adjustments with the barrel. I believe it's the same with throwing, correct, Nick?
Absolutely.
Right?
It's the same with physical training in general.
Any training, yes. So I know, like when I was a young kid, it was the big thing back then. That's a long time ago. It was always like only swing your bat because you don't want to like change the feel at all. But I played in the Stone Ages, so now it's, you know, if you watch a lot of training stuff now, it's always changing the weight, changing the length of the bat, changing something. And again, not just the bat, but it can be throwing, it can be anything. I'm going to clip that of Mike getting pied also. All right, we need, again, if you'd like to donate to Gordon Baseball, click the link. Do you have any experience with a hands training bat like Camwood? I have used Camwoods before. I used them a long time ago. I haven't used them as much. I think our Camwood actually broke. I just haven't used it enough. I remember back in when I used to mess around with it. The thing I liked about it was that I liked the feeling of like because the weight was here and it was heavy. It made me feel like I could turn the bat a little bit better. I actually hit really well with the camwood, but then I would turn that barrel better than I would my normal bat. So, I mean, I don't know. Most of the stuff we try to do now is like within 20%. So like we do more, probably more underload than overload, but we try to go, no lighter than 20% of our bat and no heavier than, or no lighter than 20% less than our bat weight, no heavier than 20%. And we'll even go with the velo bat, we'll go only 5% heavier. Top velo on our squad. I can bring him over here. Caleb, I'm going to show you what someone looks like that throws over 90 miles an hour in college baseball. He actually just hit, what was his high velo? We just threw our first lives a couple nights ago. I think he hit 92. He hit 92?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
They want to know what our hardest pitcher looks like.
Oh.
This is what he looks like right here. How look, he's so tall he can't fit in here. How big are you?
I'm 6'1", about 215 pounds.
Hold on. You're bigger than 6'1". You're taller than me. What do you list yourself online at?
I put 6'1", 215.
That's a lie. He's bigger
I think
than that.
last year I put 6'2", and then I measured myself and I wasn't there. So
I don't believe you.
Knocked it down.
You always. I'm 6 foot and 3/4 inches, and you always round up. So just go to 6'2". So, what was your hardest? They want to know what your hardest pitch was. You might not know. I don't know if you've looked at every TrackMan thing. Where's Coach Laporte? Did he hit 92?
Yeah, 92.6, I think.
92. Round up to 93. So he hit 93.
Generous round right there.
You always round up. So he was 93. I'll let you guys know if he hits 94. When are you going live again? Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday live again. So we'll let you know. Let me see. I actually also just put in that if I get any donations, Mike gets pied in the face for mine too.
We're live
So-
on the Gordon Baseball Instagram.
Oh, you're live there too? All right. So you can also go to on Instagram, go to Gordon Baseball. You can also go on there and try to see if Mike get pied. All right. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, of course.
I'll see you.
Mayo, yeah.
See you later.
Breaking it in.
We'll be back with the pies, hopefully.
Sounds good. All right. Hi, Bailey. I will tell Jack you said hello. I don't know what Jack's doing right now. Surprised he's not on here.
Maracas.
All right, let's see what else we have for questions. I'm going to wave to people on Instagram. I don't even know what this means. Just going to wave to everybody.
What? Oh, my.
Can't see it.
What are you doing, Kale?
How's it going?
You coming in? You bringing them
Yeah.
in for questions?
Kansas, baby.
All right, guys.
Duck Dynasty.
We have another player. Come over a little bit more. Can you fit in here?
Yeah. Right here.
Okay. We need a question for Kale. So he's from Kansas. What part of Kansas?
Northeast Kansas.
Northeast Kansas. Is that like the part of Kansas, or what's your town called?
Junction City, Kansas.
Thank
Who knows
you.
where Junction City, Kansas is?
Northeast Kansas.
Yeah, it's Northeast Kansas.
Okay, good. Let's wait for a question.
Gotcha.
Let's see what they say. If they don't ask you one, I'll ask you one. But any questions? So Kale plays, he kind of plays everywhere. Infielder, all three spots, and played a little bit of outfield.
Your mom says hi.
Who does?
Really?
His mom on Instagram.
Oh, she's on Instagram? Where? Let's see.
Oh yeah, she does. Hey, hi mom.
So, yeah, he's like, oh, here's a question for you. What's the biggest difference between high school and college ball? Okay, we're going to preface it with this. He has not yet seen, he's only seen one outside competition team. So, it's not just us, it's every division of baseball. You're only allowed a certain amount of games in the fall. We're at Division III, we're allowed 1 day of playing outside competition. And so we played Southern Maine Community College. And actually, I don't want to bring back bad
Yeah,
memories,
that's what I-
but you pulled your hamstring that game.
On the first at bat.
first at bat, right?
Yeah.
So Kale scorched the ball right at the second baseman and pulled his hamstring, and I had to pull him out of the game. So, so yeah, what's the biggest difference? Tight hammies in college
Tight
ball.
hammies. Way better,
Okay, so let's take. You haven't played in a real game other than that, but let's just say in general, you've been to a lot of practice, a lot of scrimmages. What's like? Well, they say what's the biggest difference?
Biggest difference is structure, for sure. In high school, it's not really structured. You're just kind of doing the work.
Yep.
Here we have like a set schedule. We know we're doing this on Monday, this on Tuesday, this on Wednesday, like, and so on for the week.
So it feels like a job.
No, it doesn't feel like a job. It's a lot of fun, but you know, we're getting after it, and we know what we got to
Yeah.
do every day. And that's way different.
I would agree. I mean, I've coached high school for a long time, and then obviously I've coached college for 1, 2. This is my third year coaching college. The thing I like about college a lot, not that I don't like high school, but I like colleges because like you can really like build on things and like we have time to actually work on stuff. Whereas high school sometimes, you know, the season you basically get outside. I don't know about you actually in Kansas. When do you guys start your high school season?
Beginning of March.
Beginning of March.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're about the middle of March in Massachusetts. Well, is that your first game or is that your first practice?
That's like our first practice.
Okay, so you're only a few weeks ahead of us.
Yep.
So like in high school, the hard part is you go on the field and like you have to get ready to play a game like right away. In college, we had all fall to train. Our guys have been practicing all winter, and now we're back and we're gonna get like almost 30 practices before our first game. So
Yeah.
that is probably the biggest difference. I would also say, I mean, you actually are a good example of someone asked about nutrition earlier. How much weight have you gained from, let's say, your end of your high school year till now, which has only been like, what, 8 months?
Yeah.
How much weight do you think you've gained?
I'm up about 15 pounds.
So 15 pounds in 8 months, which is a lot. But we also yelled at you all the time in the fall that you needed to eat more.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
So we're taking good care of him, Mom. We're feeding him lots and lots of food. Let's see. Oh, they have one more question for you.
Yeah.
Which Gordon jersey do you prefer?
Oh, the Gordon Blue all day.
Yeah,
So
I'm a. Oh, someone coming up the stairs. Someone's coming. Oh, those are our players. I do like this too. It's got whipped cream on it now. You can't see it, but I think I'd probably prefer this. Although, I think one of the best color combinations are these two blues put together. So, and was this your color in high school?
No, we have royal blue.
You were more royal blue. Okay, got it. I don't know if this question is for you, the biggest aha moment as a youth player. I don't know if that question is for you or not. What do you mean by aha moment? All right, get out of here. I'll answer this one for you. Good job.
Are you asking another question?
No.
Hey, I actually have to email you back. I've been so busy the last few days, but the mats are awesome. What happened? He got pied?
He's getting $15.
Someone got 15. Hey, we got $15 from Mike Pell.
Yes.
Should we pie him again in hair since he got $15? Let's pie Bush.
Hello, Mike Hammond. How are you?
I am not going to the Houston 1000. No, when is that? It's coming up soon, right? We will not be down there. Our guys just aren't ready to go. I mean, there's a foot of snow on the ground right now. So, how much to pie me?
It's at least 100.
I was gonna say $100.
It's
I
at least
mean,
100. It's
if
$100.
I'm gonna let one of our players hit me in the face with a pie, I think it's got to be like $100. Franco thinks $1,000.
For him.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fitz. Come on, Fitz. We know that Dean. You guys got more than enough at Dean. Send some Gordon's way. How many guys do we carry on a roster? We actually carry 27 men on the roster this year, which is a low number for D3. But we also, first year, when I got here, we had 21. We brought in 6 transfers. We've got news. What happened?
We got President Hammond on the live stream. If he donates, will you get pied?
Oh, I just said I'll
Yeah,
get
for
pied
100
I'll get pied right now.
Yeah?
What's he donating?
We don't know yet.
I can't see the
Yes, tell President Hammond that
Okay.
and his player of choice can donate me or can pie me.
All right. You hear that, Goofy?
All right, so the President Hammond, our president here at Gordon, just said, well, I don't know if he said, are they trying to get him to do it, or
He's on the live. I'll go
Oh.
on the live and see.
they're trying to see if he'll donate the baseball if they can pie me in the face.
Hi, Kevin. Who's the other kid? What's up, boys? Yo, we're making some donuts. Yo, reach out to people. 15
Oh, I got who donated? I got a donation. Hold on.
He's not doing anything.
Oh, hey, Alec. We just got a donation, and it says, let's see. So what do we say? Did we say $50 for a donation?
For what?
I mean, for a pie to my face, or did we say 100?
It's 100.
We just got $50,
Well, then
and he
you
said,
got
let's
50.
see someone get pied. I don't know if he wants me to get pied.
All right, tell Mike to come back in here.
Yeah,
Mike,
Yes.
You're getting pied.
we just got a $50 donation. You're getting pied in the face.
Hey, what's the plate?
Hold on, softball took it.
So we
Taking our
have
idea.
27 players because when I got the job here, we had how many players go in the portal before I got the job? Like 17 guys or something?
At least, yeah.
So, and I got the job late summer, so there was a transition period where there was no coaches here. So we had some players leave, which usually happens when there's a coaching change. So next year we'll be back to normal. Mike's getting pied right now.
Pie in the face?
Thank you. Come on, hold on, come down here.
I've already had 4 pies to the face so far.
Add a fifth.
And here comes our fifth
Make this a
one.
good one.
Yeah!
All over the wall.
Nice.
It's okay.
Oh.
Machine Gun Mike.
I'll keep doing it if we get more donations here. I'll be here all night. Just hold my ears, I can't hear anything.
For a generous $1 donation.
Any luck with President Hammond?
We're inviting him back.
All right.
He was on and then he left.
Oh, we got to get him back
Gordon
on
Athletics
here.
is on here.
Hang on.
Walk-up songs. Hey, Mike.
Touchy subject.
Hey, what's your walk-up? Oh, you're a pitcher. You coming to pie me?
No.
You scared me for a
Steal the
minute.
towel for
You
a second.
scared me.
What's your walk-up gonna be?
Yeah.
Mine will be Loud and Heavy by Cody Jenks.
Kale?
I'm thinking of Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can hear what they're saying. Oh. They're yelling out their walk-up songs. I don't know if you can hear it. Do you coach a youth team? Yeah, so I coached my son's team. Last year he was 10. This year he's 11.
You can definitely Venmo, but I can't hear anything because they're in my ears.
So,
if you say the animals.
straight up daddy ball. I'm just kidding. I actually do I usually do the opposite of daddy ball, but makes it a lot easier to get my son to the games when I can bring him.
Yeah, that's for baseball.
Wow. Any more donations via Venmo?
All right, everybody.
Riley knows Riley knows what they're doing. Okay?
Instagram's dying down over here. YouTube's going okay. Instagram dying.
You know what I'm saying? The Classic Partners is a good thing for fundraising for Gordon
Uh,
baseball as a whole. And if you want
What'd you say?
physically hit
Men's soccer coach is going crazy.
Oh, really? He's crushing it?
think about donating. And if we do
Just for
any
him?
donations,
He must have gotten a big.
And one of his players is 12, and then another one with 11.
so we know.
Wow, we're getting destroyed right now, huh?
Idea around here. Okay?
All right, hold on. I'm going to,
I buy a random person.
let's see.
On camera. On camera.
Baseball's almost up to 20,000, but we're going to have to make a big jump.
It could be not a good idea, but
There is no live stream schedule. A lot of people ask what the live stream schedule is. I've been working like 15 hours a day, so it's hard to have a schedule. Need to tip the clubhouse attendant to wash Mike's polo well tonight. We have a clubhouse attendant? That would be awesome. Coach Palmer, we're tipping Coach Palmer tonight. You're apparently the clubhouse attendant.
All right, should we go and go around and start advertising?
How are you how am I managing Gordon and Antonelli baseball? I work a lot of hours. Our game's on TV. So we're on ESPN The Ocho. No, we can actually. Our games are live streamed, not on TV, but you could stream it to your television. We have not gotten an ESPN contract yet. One day, maybe. Would I go to a D1 school for a head coaching position? Well, I just got to a D3 school, so I probably would not. Now, are you offering me the job at LSU?
Train of Gordon baseball is going
It'd be hard to turn that one down.
So, we're going to Bennett Center. We're going to see if anyone wants a pie in the face for $15.
So we have an Adidas contract. So these jerseys right here, these are actually not our current jerseys because they didn't really want to. Well, we'd have pie all over it. So we are Adidas. These were we used to be Under Armour before we became Adidas. So I like our Adidas stuff. As far as cleats, I haven't worn the Adidas stuff, so I don't know how they are, but I can ask someone. Well, I'll ask. I'll ask Blake when he gets back up there. All right, will you check on them and see if what they're doing in there? Are they actually like making calls? I don't think so.
There hasn't been people in there for a while.
All they're trying to do is get a bunch of pies. Ethan Simpson, what's happening?
There's like 3 dudes in there.
Where'd they all
I
go?
have no idea.
There's whipped cream everywhere.
How long are you?
Dustin Menzel said, should I transfer to Gordon? Well, Dustin, it's $298 to right field. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You'd hit a lot of homers here, buddy. I actually can't talk. I can't talk to you about that. You're already going to play somewhere in college baseball. You're committed. I coach Little League age 12 and 13. I have a few players that have happy feet and move around when the pitcher is winding up and delivering the ball. What are some drills to help young batters? My recommendation would be to teach them how to get hit properly. So take a tennis ball and just flip it at them so that they just kind of roll and get used to getting hit here, and not a lot of players will turn and get hit here and then they're scared for the rest of their life. So if you actually teach them how to get hit by a pitch properly, then they'll start to feel more comfortable about getting in there. Hey, Gennaro Carrillo's on here.
Okay. Yeah.
See you, Franco.
Do you need us here?
Nope. Just make them, I don't know where they went, so
They're all gone.
There's 3 of them.
I'll wait for them to get back up here. I'm pulling an all-nighter tonight.
Matt, Tyler Wilson said a lot of them already got home.
Well, they better.
There's like 3 in chapel, and then there's 3 in the locker room.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Call mom and dad.
Yep. All right, fellas. Best BP coach? Oh, Frank Salona by far. Throws an absolute. I mean, he's a catcher. The best BP guys are always catchers, but he's just like short arm, just nice and repeatable 4-seamer right there. Worst BP coach, definitely me. I cut the ball. I throw really hard because I have no feel. All right, fellas. So tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Friday. All right, I'll talk to you guys. Coach Palmer said, "Oh yeah, we got lives tomorrow."
Yes.
Coach Palmer said that he's going to go out right now and raise $2,000 by himself. He said, so.
if you get 1,000 on YouTube right now.
If I get 1,000, you'll
In
get
the next
2.
5 minutes.
You'll double it.
If in the next 5 minutes.
I need $1,000 on YouTube.
So by 8:40, I'll give you 6 minutes.
All right.
No, you cannot put it in yourself.
I was just gonna do that.
What, for you to get pied?
No, for me to donate double him.
Hey, good question before you guys go. They want to know who wins in a game of Fungo golf between all of us.
You.
I know the answer. I've never lost in a game of Fungo golf. But, Frank, I don't know if I've seen enough of your Fungo game to know if you could beat me. No?
We got Fungo Man, dude. We don't.
I know.
Wow,
we do.
that's a good point. Fungo Man wins in Fungo golf.
I spent a lot of money on
Can you take down
a.
the Fungo Man now?
No, you cannot.
Probably not. What do you think's been the best investment that we spent on our players? Well, I'd say TrackMan is
Yeah.
pretty darn good.
Yeah, that makes people want to like come here too.
Yeah, like TrackMan's really, really good.
I mean, we've gotten something for everything. Pitchers have TrackMan, hitters have Blast, fielders have the Fungo Man.
And hit tracks.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have everything for every position you play. We have defense, Fungo Man. We have offense, hit tracks and blast. We have pitching, TrackMan. We have, so we have pretty much everything covered right there. But I would say, like, all that stuff's really useful, but I think TrackMan is pretty darn impressive. So I'll give it to TrackMan if I have to pick one. Someone just said Lapori wins, or is Lapori the best investment? Oh, it says, what do you think's been the best investment? I don't know if Lapori would be the best investment. Is that Lane Morrison? Lane Morrison said Lapori. I don't know if he's talking about Fungo golf or that you're the best investment. I don't know.
Either or, thank you.
And Lane Morrison said that Coach Jack would win in Fungo golf. No chance. I'd kill him.
Tony ain't Lane.
No, Lane's above. Lane,
Yeah,
Lane M.
Yeah, Lane said Lapori would win in Fungo golf and then Coach Jack.
Nope. Wouldn't happen. I'm beating him.
So either. Yeah.
All right, fellas. I shall see you tomorrow.
Yep. Back at it.
Yep. Send everybody a message that
Do better.
we got to get the $50,000 tonight, so they better get going.
I'll take that alone.
Say ya.
I'll see. I'm about to put my donation in here in a second.
Would you like this?
You can keep that open.
Alright.
What am I looking for in a recruit? We're looking for a lot. I'd say the first thing that we're looking for is a good person. I think when you're a college coach, well, first you're going to be around that player every single day. And the player is going to have an influence on all the other players in the team. So, like, we want to surround ourselves, and I want the team to be surrounded by a lot of people that are good people, will do the right thing, that are going to work really hard. And that's not just like on the baseball field, but honestly on campus, in the community, everywhere. So I think it starts with bringing the right people in. So that would be the first thing. And then, I mentioned a work ethic. Like, you have to be, if you want to be a really good player in college, you have to be willing. You have to love baseball, and you have to be willing to work really, really hard. If you love baseball, you're probably going to work really, really hard. And so I think those two things are important, because we're going 6 days a week right now. And it's 6 days a week of practice, but then you've also got schoolwork, and you've got your lifting 3 days a week, and we talked about nutrition earlier. So there's so many things that you have to do to be a great baseball player. But then again, there's like a lot of schoolwork that you have to do. So I was kidding with Kale saying it's like a job. But it kind of is. It's a fun job, but it's a lot of work. So, and then the third component, obviously, there's softball's going crazy downstairs. But there's a big, you have to have a certain skill set. You have to have a certain amount of talent. You have to be coachable. No one's a finished product, especially at this level, but any level of college baseball, no one's a finished product. So, can you guys hear that? How loud they are? I don't know what they're screaming about, but. All right, everybody, if you're new on here again, I'm going to give you my pitch. So if you can hear me, softball's going crazy. if you guys can go to the pinned comment, we have our Clash of the Tartans tonight, and we are falling behind everybody. So this is the biggest night of giving for all of our sports. And right now, we are at, let's refresh the page. I'll let you guys know where baseball's at right now. We're at $19,729. And me personally, I'm at $2,375. So the goal is, well, my goal is to go as high as I possibly can here. But the goal for the baseball team is $50,000, which we did last year. So that is the goal. So if you guys click the, I'm gonna actually donate here. I'm gonna donate right now to myself because we gotta get this going here. Let's see how we donate. I'm gonna donate while I answer this question. Let's see. How much different is the school piece in college compared to a prep school? I mean, I guess it depends on what prep school you go to, but like for me, I'm obviously not in class, so it's hard for me to tell. But I just know I went from a prep school. I went from St. John's Prep to Wake Forest. St. John's Prep it's pretty demanding. There's a lot of work there. And then Wake Forest was like the next notch up. It was like much more work. Yeah, I got to Wake and like pretty quickly I was like, wow, these kids are like really, really smart and there's a lot of work to be done. So let me see here. I'm just trying to figure out how to donate to myself. I have a question, Coach. I'm dealing with the town that has a lot of parents that are getting way too involved with coaching baseball. They don't know what they're doing. Well, here's the thing. So like, you need volunteers, you need people to coach, and a lot of times that ends up being parents. So, you know, it's hard. It's really hard, especially in like in town baseball. It's going to be hard to get non-parents that are just like going to volunteer their time to coach. So it's almost always parents. And you just got to kind of hope that. Hold on one sec. There we go. You just got to kind of hope that the parents that end up coaching, they don't even have to be great coaches. You know, hopefully they invest some time in trying to become a better coach. And there's so many resources online. That's why I put so many videos out to help people. So you hope that it is someone that will put in some time to learn at least the basics, because you can learn the basics if you just put some time in. But then hopefully it's someone that's like not just concerned with their son, but concerned with helping all of the players. I think it's important. I think where it's tricky, or not tricky, where it stinks sometimes is when a coach is like clearly just there just for their son and not for anybody else. So, like that's the big thing for me. Like my son's on our team, but I think it. Can you guys hear that? I was just quiet there for a second. The softball team was singing some song called Party Something or Other. So I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Oh, so I coach my son. And I think if you watch me coach, I don't know if you could tell which one my son was. I mean, maybe you could because he looks a little bit like me. But I think like the way I interact with him compared to everyone else on the team, I don't think you'd be able to tell. And I try to do, I mean, I don't even want to say I try to do that. I do think that's important, but like, I don't feel like I even have to. That just might be my personality, but I just coach the game and coach everybody the same. And so I don't try to coach him any different than I coach anyone else. And I know that's hard for some, not everyone's like that. For whatever reason, that's like easy for me to do. Yeah, I hear you. You know, parents teaching the wrong mechanics and stuff. Again, that's unfortunately it's just kind of part of it. So, like, I mean, listen, there's plenty of times where like I'll coach my son to do something, and then like one of his coaches might say to do it a little bit differently. I don't expect everybody to coach like me. Like, that's kind of crazy if I think everyone's going to coach the way I coach. And so there's always going to be differences. And so like my son will just come up and to me and say like, hey, they told me to do it like this. What do you think? And I'll just say like, the advice I usually give them is if it's something I feel passionate about and I'm just like, no, in my head, I'm like, no, don't do that. Right. I'll just say, listen, like, this is the way you want to do it. And when coach tells you to do it that way, you just are very nice about it. And you say, thank you, coach. This is really actually easy advice. You just do the way you want to do it. And then you just thank the coach and say, that felt amazing. Thank you so much. And they usually will just leave you alone. Sean Wooten gave me that advice a long time ago. So, coach says, you got to swing like this. And you say, okay, coach. And you just hit. But you got to hit well. You got to hit a line drive. Bye, Goopy.
Coach.
You got to hit well. And if you hit it well, you just go, coach, that was amazing. Thank you so much for that advice. And a lot of times they'll be like, oh, he hit the ball well. I don't think he did what I told him to do. But I don't know. He seems like he's trying and listening. So I'll leave him alone. What's my favorite team that I ever coached? Let's see. All right, I'm going to donate here to our team. I'm going to try to get us closer to our thing, to our goal, not our thing. It needs my email. Hold on one second. All right, so let me just plug this in real quick. I'm going to donate, and then I'll answer questions. All right, I think I've got everything in here. What is my relationship to the team? Hold on, I just gotta, I am on the staff. Okay. Let me just make sure I put this in right and don't donate like $1 million to the team, although that'd be helpful to them, not so much to me. I think I put the right amount.
Your mom's, we got.
Okay, I think I have that right. Now I just gotta put in my credit card. Let's put in, let's put this one in. Okay, I think I did everything right. Let's donate. All right, so we just donated to the page. That's gonna put me in the lead again. All right, favorite team that I ever coached.
On the field, not probably.
It's really, really hard to say. Like, I really enjoy this team that we're coaching right now. I enjoy these guys a lot. Like, they're really, really good kids and work really hard. They want to learn, and they're just like, we've had every team I've coached is always like some issues. Just, there's always something. And here there really has been like nothing, which is crazy.
Where's Ron?
All right, let's see if my donation went through. I just donated. Now I got to go back to my page.
Yeah, I'm mostly bad.
Let's see. Let's make sure it went through, and then we'll answer questions again. Oh, yes, it went through. I'm winning again.
Who are you beating?
I just had to donate to myself to make sure I win. So I'm beating, let's see. I'm crushing Casey now. Let's see who would need to raise more money. Coach?
I need to raise
Oh, man.
I need to raise my.
Gabe?
I sent them texts.
Why isn't everybody on the phones right now?
I've been on the phone since like 7.
I don't believe you.
I texted like 20 numbers.
You got nothing?
I got one guy from
from Brett Moore. He told me to text him.
Aaron has gotten us one donation.
Yeah.
One donation. I could get one donation for us right now. Somebody donate, please, so I can beat Aaron in 5 seconds. All right. Well, keep it up.
I'll have more.
Okay. I hope so. You've raised
43.
$43.
But it's like 4 donations. I'm averaging a low number right now per
Well,
donation.
you're beating Coach Palmer and Coach Salona. I know that much. You're beating Matty Pancakes. Matty Pancakes put up his prom picture, it looks like, on
Yeah, he
here.
did.
Wow.
My picture never uploaded.
You gotta click save changes.
You gotta see.
I did.
No, you did.
Maybe I didn't know. Maybe I swiped out. I went.
Oh, boy. All right, fellas.
Alright.
Alright.
Coach.
We'll see you, Coach.
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Yep.
All right, let's see what questions we got right there. So we've got, so favorite team that I've coached. Again, it's really hard to say. Even teams that I had issues with, like for instance, my first year head coaching in high school, I had a lot of issues. I still really enjoyed coaching that team. There's, just sometimes there's like a couple of players here and there, or maybe a couple of parents that make it harder on you. But I still, for the most part, really enjoy coaching the team. I've never coached a team where I've been like, man, I can't wait for the season to end. Like, I just don't like this team. I've never had that. Now, I've had certain teams have been like, what usually happens, I don't know if you guys, so I'm a huge Patriots fan, and there was a, I don't know what it was, if it was like on Bill Belichick or if it was on the team or whatever, but there was one year where he's mic'd up and he's like, I just can't get this team to play the way I need them to play. Like, those are the frustrate. Like, I've had certain teams where it's like, man, this is more difficult to get them to play the way I want them to play. Never really had that in high school so much. It's a little bit more travel ball. Like, I'll have an Antonelli baseball team every now and then, and I'm like, I just cannot get this team to do what I need them to do. And travel ball is tough sometimes because, like, you don't have as much practice time. In the winter you do, but when the season starts, a lot of times for my teams, it's like there's more games. If you're coaching a young team, they're playing Little League also, so there's a lot of Little League games. There's not a ton of practice time. And then if you're in the summer, it's a lot of tournaments, and so there's not a lot of practice time, so it's hard to, like, make adjustments. HD Warriors going to Cooperstown? Maybe I'll see you out there. Thank you, Track and Fool. I appreciate that. What is the minimum minor league level a team would have to offer you to coach? When you say coach, do you mean manage? So when I first got out of pro ball, like my first 5 years out, and even, I've gotten some job offers over the last few years too, but I think I've turned down so many job offers that maybe not as many people are asking me anymore. But my first few years out of playing, my first 5, I got offered a ton of jobs. Not a ton of managing jobs. I got offered a single A managing. I've been offered a single A managing job multiple times. I've been offered hitting jobs at AAA, AA. Mostly AAA and AA. I've been offered hitting jobs. I've been offered an infield coordinator job a couple programs. I've been offered, so it kind of at all levels. So I don't think it's a level thing. I just didn't. It just wasn't the right time for me to go manage professional baseball. Sometimes my issue is switching from coach back to dad when we get in the car. Yeah, car rides. So I think that I'm trying to think how I want to word this. I think one skill that I have, there's a lot of things I'm really bad at, but one skill is somehow I'm very easily able to not get emotional. Sometimes I do get emotional, but like never when it's from watching my son play. Like, there's probably a lot of parents on here. As a parent, sometimes you're watching your kid. I mean, I can see it. I can look over at parents and they're like a nervous wreck. And I'm talking nervous wreck. And it's almost like the world will end if their son doesn't come through in a situation, pitching or hitting or whatever. For some reason, I can watch my son and just watch him, and I want him to do well. But if he struggles, it doesn't emotionally affect me in any way. And when he does unbelievable, I like, for instance, when I'm watching the Patriots, especially in the Super Bowl, I am living and dying on every play. And so if you ask my wife, like I'm a psycho when I watch the Patriots play, like an absolute psycho. I'm screaming and yelling at the TV. I'm jumping up and down. In the Broncos game, I couldn't sit down the whole game. I'm pacing back and forth, pacing, yelling, pacing. If you come watch me watch my, if you come to watch me or watch my son play, this is what I look like the whole game. I sit like this the whole game. But I'm not trying to do that. For some reason, that's just how I watch the game. And when he gets a big hit, I'm like, nice hit. I don't even do it physically, but like, I don't know why my emotions are much different watching him play versus watching the Patriots play. So like, if you told me to calm down during the Patriots game, like a lot of time Laura's like, it's just a game, like relax. I can't. But like, I can go watch him play and have zero emotion. I just watch. I enjoy watching him. Like I love watching him play all his sports. But I don't get up or down. I just watch him play and just enjoy watching him. It's weird. I don't know why that is. So the reason I said this is in the car ride home, it's really easy. Like I know a lot of people get in the car and their parents are like, "Oh, why did you do that? You made this mistake and why'd you swing at that pitch?" I just kind of like talk through the game with them. I try not to like overcoach them, but like I'll just like give them advice, you know. So like in the basketball game this past weekend, like I thought that he didn't really play as aggressive as he could have. Like a lot of times the ball would go up and he wouldn't box guys out. He wouldn't be as physical. I've been trying to help him play like a little bit more physical this year, which he has. But like, so I just kind of like, yeah, I'm like, dude, you played really good. It was awesome. Point out things you did well. And then I'm like, I still think that you could be more physical. You could box guys out better. Like, you can get better position on guys. Sometimes he just tries to rely on his height and doesn't use his body. So like, I just kind of coach him through it, but I'm not like yelling or anything. And he's pretty good at just taking the feedback and let's see. Yeah, so Piggy, your question. My son is not very competitive person. He enjoys practicing, but super nervous on real games. As a parent, how do you help him? It's a good question. I'll say this. I was super nervous. I was someone that got very nervous on game days. So it's not like, I think a lot of times people think players that play at a high level don't get nervous. I mean, I got nervous all the time. I'd be so nervous some games that like I couldn't eat. I lost a lot of weight when I made my major league debut. Like I lost a lot of weight because I had no appetite. Because when I get real nervous, I don't get hungry, and so, But I am very competitive also. So, yeah. So I don't know. I guess you'd have to figure out why is he getting nervous? Is he getting nervous because he feels pressures on him? Is he getting nervous because he doesn't feel prepared because he hasn't? But you said he enjoys practicing, so he has prepared. I guess figure out why he's getting nervous. And then you can kind of combat the problem. But like I always try to simplify everything, like redefine what success is for him. Try to figure out like what he thinks, like he's nervous probably because he wants to be successful, maybe he doesn't think he's going to be or whatever. So then you kind of redefine what success is. So if success for him is like getting a hit, let's just say, then you have to say the goal is to put a good swing on the ball, or the goal is to hit the ball hard, not to get a hit, because getting hits are hard, but the goal is to have a good at bat. So even if you don't get a hit, but you have a good at bat, that's a success. Don't worry about your batting average, right? Like some kids get real nervous about their batting average. Some kids, so that's what I mean. There's like all different things. And then you you want to like try to make it as process oriented as possible and not let them play for results. That's a big one. It's like, I do that with my son all the time. Like he'll go 0 for 4 sometimes and be mad, oh, I didn't get a hit or whatever. And I'm just like, the goal is not to get hits. The goal is not to get hits, right? It's like, and then I'll bring up, hey, you did a great job of taking that, did a really good job with pitch selection, and pitcher got you out on that one. You just tip your hat, whatever. Like just try to redefine success, get them to understand that. And then you also have to be, if you do that, you also have to be like, as a parent, and I do this as a coach, you have to stick with this. You can't like tell someone that success is having a good at bat and then get mad when they don't get a hit. So hopefully that makes sense. How does it feel that your only big league home run was a wall scraper at a stadium with the highest elevation in the big leagues? I never thought of that before. I don't think about my home run actually very much. So it doesn't make me feel anything, Brian. I was pretty pumped when I hit that home run, though, I'm not going to lie. You can actually see if you go watch that. I don't know if you're kidding or if you're trying to get me angry or what. I don't get angry. I really don't. I don't care about any of that stuff. So, but I will tell you how I felt when I hit it. I was super pumped up when I hit that ball. Because I had a really good game that game, and I was just starting to get a feel. I was working on my swing, and I was just starting to get a feel for my swing. They were trying to get me to do a higher leg kick and stuff. You can, if you watch the video, you can see like I try to keep a straight face, and then I think I give Chase Headley like a pound, and then I walk, and then I can't keep a straight face anymore, and I smile. Do I accept Venmo? If you want to donate, you're saying for donations, you can donate to Venmo, and I'll donate it to Gordon. So the Venmo is easy. It's just Antonelli Baseball, or you can send it to Matt Antonelli. It's either one. You'll see my face on both of them. But if you do donate, just put that it's for baseball, and then that way I can donate it to Clash. Again, if you're just coming on right now, if you go to the pinned comment, I'm actually going to go over to my YouTube page right now and just see. But if you go to the pinned comment, there's a donation button right there. We'd love your help for Gordon Baseball. So if you follow the channel, you know that I coach at Gordon Baseball. If you didn't know that, I have a whole playlist online that you can go and watch, like tons of videos. But I'm in the office right now. Our team has been here all night, so tonight's our annual. We do it every single year, but this is our like big night for Clash. So these donations go to helping support our team and all of our players. I know you were kidding, Brian. I was kidding too. I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding when I said I have no emotion over that anyway. The biggest thing is actually funny. So when I stopped playing, everybody asked me all the time, like, what's it feel to be a bust? Like, that was like the big thing. Like, you're a bust, and you're a first-round pick, and you barely played in the big leagues, whatever. Like, I always wish I played 10 years in the major leagues and was an all-star, but, like, it's really hard to do. Do you know, I think if you took every person that ever played in a major league game, yeah, I don't even think it fills half a major league stadium. I think that's how low the number is. So like, it's like barely anyone. Which is crazy to think about how long the major league has been around. There's like very few humans that have ever played a major league baseball game. So again, I don't even take that much. I don't even take pride in that. Like that doesn't make me feel like cool or better than anyone or whatever. I'm just saying it's an interesting fact. So I lost my train of thought. So 100% of the donations, if you donate tonight, 100% of the donations go towards helping all of our players. So being a D3 program, like we go to Florida in a couple of weeks, and all of those donations help us with travel, with food, with living arrangements, with being able to play down there. And it also helps with basically every resource that comes to the program. So we would greatly appreciate your help. Let's see. We got a lot of questions here. I'll try to answer a little quicker. I'm taking probably too long. Yeah, I bet with the Bears, man. It's hard for me to watch football. So I love baseball, but football is probably my most like passionate sport. When I watch football, it's just a different sport than baseball. Like I can watch baseball very calm. Although when I coach baseball, like when we play in the spring, I get very nervous, very very nervous. It feels. I think that's why I like coaching so much too. It's really hard to replace the feelings of playing the game, and so when I coach, like you can get some of those feelings back again. I can only imagine what it must be like playing in the NFL because watching the NFL for me is like 10 times more than playing baseball ever was. Even like playing in a sold out stadium, it's crazy. I don't know why football does that to me. Infielder transitioning to outfield. The biggest thing is like make sure you get a ton of work and reps in batting practice. So go to your position and get as many reads off the bat as you can. I transitioned to outfield late in my career. I never transitioned to a full outfield. I transitioned to a utility player, and so the biggest thing for me doing that because I never played outfield my whole life is when you get out there. I was really uncomfortable around the wall. Like that was the hardest part for me. It wasn't even reading the ball so much, although that it's difficult, but you'll get a hang of that. But it's like navigating the wall, and so if you go live a lot and you field balls and you go hard and like you just get accustomed to what the field looks like, right? Like what it feels like, how much room do you have to the wall and to the corners? It's like it's a totally new landscape. So you just got to get a lot of reps. My son does play anti baseball, and I do coach his team. Yes, I coached them last year. I've coached him 2 years. He played as a 9U, so he played on our 10U team as a 9-year-old, and then he repeated 10U last year as a 10, and then I'll coach him again this year. I coach him every year. Again, I mentioned earlier, I don't coach him because I want to coach him, but like I want to. If I didn't coach his team, I'd never see him play, and I want to see him play. So. Yeah, you can start recruiting. You can start building your recruiting profile, I'd say, when you have something to actually show people that is worth seeing. Now, that's hard for some people to know. Um, I would say like your junior year of high school, that summer following your junior year of high school is probably the biggest time for most players in recruiting. If you're a D1 player, if you're a definite D1 player or a Power 4 player, then you've got to go earlier than that. So I would say probably like your sophomore year is your big year. So you can start to put videos up there. I mean, you can put them up your freshman year, especially if you're really good. Honestly, even if you're not great, I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you just keep improving and putting up new video as you get better, then, no one's going to look at your video and be like, oh, you're really good now. But if they look back at your old video and you weren't good, they're not going to be like, oh, never mind, he wasn't good before. If anything, people might look at that and be like, this guy's really improved. Like he's really worked hard and improved. And I like that. Is Tyler Wilson trying to go live again on here? I think he might be. Let me see. All right, let's see. We got a lot of questions. Wow, I'm missing a lot. And my phone's also 1,000 degrees. Oh, because I have it plugged in. Is that why? I'm gonna unplug it for a second. It's gonna overheat, I think. Let's see. 2 players. One is overweight and slow, but hits bombs. And we just got a super chat. Hold your horses, everybody. Hold your horses. We got a super chat. I got to answer that question first, then I'll go back to the ones that I was doing. When a coach, parent, player, etc. does not believe me a certain baseball technique is best, I can always find and select that particular video, film it with let me move my iPhone, and show it to to the disbelievers. I appreciate that. I'm glad that I can help out. I would say that I would say one of the reasons again that I put up so many videos is because there are a lot of people that want to learn and want to get better, and I want to be able to put a resource out there that can help people. I don't know everything, but I feel like I've got a decent amount of knowledge. So I'm glad that helped you out. Evan Menzel is on here. Where's Menduke? Where is Coach Menduke? I don't know. He's not far away. He's about 5 minutes away. Text him right now. Tell him to come over to the office and let's get him on live. Although he's probably putting his son, no, his son's probably already sleeping. It's 9 o'clock. All right, let's get through some of these questions right here. Hold on one second. Thank you so much for your super chat again. Let's see. Okay, sorry. 2 players. One is overweight and slow but hits bombs. The other is thin and hits singles and doubles and is fast. Which are you recruiting or equally interesting? Okay, so it depends how many bombs are we talking here? Like, are we talking like, and how slow and overweight are we talking? So, like Vladdy Guerrero is probably technically a little overweight and he's a little slow, but I'm taking Vladdy Guerrero, So it's like it's depends what are the bombs like, and in general, I would say most coaches want to recruit athletic players. If you recruit too many big slow guys, then they can't really play defense. You can only really play them at first or DH, and then you only have so many spots, and you don't want to pigeonhole certain But you might find a bat out there that you're like, I got to take this guy, even though I think he's not real versatile. He can really hit. So the bombs part, like the bat speed stuff, is great, but you've got to be able to hit also. You have to be able to figure out, okay, do the bombs that he's hitting in high school, is that going to translate to college? Because I get some video guys that are similar to what you just said, and they hit the ball a ton, but you watch the competition they're facing and it's really bad, and then you watch their swing, and although they create a ton of bat speed, you're like, that swing's probably not going to play. And then you got to say, can I fix that swing? Can I make it playable at this level? So there's a lot. There's a lot of questions. Hopefully that gives you a little insight. Hello, Matt. What weight do you recommend a med ball for training to build bat speed and power for high school players? So we use mostly a 4-pound med ball. You can, hold on here. Did I get frozen? I might have just got frozen. I think I'm frozen, guys. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure that I'm still moving around. All right, yeah, I think we're good. Sorry, my face on my computer started to freeze. So we use a 4-pounder. A lot of times, I want the guys to move fast, but you can go a little bit heavier. You can mix it up. You can use a 6-pound. So in the facility, we have a 2, a 4, a 6, and 8. I think those are the main ones that we use. But don't just go heavy. We'll mix it back and forth. Do I think AI will take over baseball strategy in the next 10 years? I'd say it's probably going to take over before that. But now, I think it's going to help with strategy. I don't know if it's going to take it over, but it might take it over. Brian was the pitcher. That's funny. Hello, Mr. Dustin Menzel. Evan Menzel said, Mr. Matt Antonelli, greatest coach of all time. That's very kind of you, Evan. I would have liked to have coached you in high school, Evan. Hey, thank you. Sorry, I can't read these. I'm having a hard time. What tips do you have for leaving your ego and competition at the door while coaching 5-6U, especially during games? Yeah, at that age, I wouldn't even care about the outcome of anything, honestly. I have videos online of my son when he's 4 and 5 and me coaching him, and I didn't coach in games. I just work with them outside of games. But I honestly, we try to win the games now too, but if we play the game well and we lose, that doesn't bother me at all, right? Like, I think winning is important. I think like most things in life, like being competitive and like lots of things are competitions, right? Like, most people get fired from their job if they don't do a good job. And so like you want to try to win, but again, if you don't do a good job, like, so I try to focus more on the process again instead of the results. And if we do well, if in a 5-6, it might just be like if you pay attention, if you're coachable, if you work hard, that's a win. Um, so I don't know what tips I would have other than to just like make sure you clearly define in your head like what is the goal here, and then again come up with some like goals that are not just result oriented, and then it should be easier for you to do that. I would never do that to the Menzel brothers. I'm gonna put my feet up here for a second because my back is starting to hurt. I've been seated in this chair for a long time. Let me just tilt this way a little bit. Right there. Okay. All right. Oh, this is much more comfortable. Let's see. So people are so colleges are gonna. When you said scouts, I don't know if you mean pro scouts or college scouts, but no one's gonna randomly show up. They're either gonna have a recommendation from somebody, or the coach called. But they're not just gonna randomly show up. Like I don't think anyone just randomly shows up to any high school games. I will say at the same time, like if you're really good, they're gonna hear about you, and by somebody. Like I don't know. I gotta fix this real quick, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can stand this up a little bit. There we go. I got drafted out of high school. I had a lot of pro scouts come to my high school games. Like I never got on the phone and called them. I don't think my high school coach ever called them. They just that their job is to find the really good players. So, what's the average bat size of your players? College players. All of our guys swing. Most of our guys swing 33s. Some swing 32s. A couple that swing 34. 33, I think, is the most popular size. Has anyone told you that you look like Sean McVay? No one's told me that, but I am a big Sean McVay fan. I've probably watched every Sean McVay YouTube video that there is out there. I think he's one of the best coaches in football, no doubt about it. I think he's awesome. I just have to do that put some gel in my hair and just put it straight up, and then I'll look even more like him. Who's the best player you've ever coached? I'll feel bad doing this list, Evan, because I'm gonna leave a lot of players off, but I'm just gonna like spitball, like I'm just gonna fire off like 5 or 6 players that come to mind super fast when I think of like best players that I've ever coached. I will start with Evan Menzel. This is not in any particular order, but Evan is one of the best players I ever coached. And I could tell that when you were 13, maybe, when you came to a visit, when you came to a lesson, and I saw Evan Field as like a 13-year-old, and I was like, this kid's actions are like some of the best actions it's the best actions I've ever seen from a 13-year-old. So I knew Evan was going to field at a high level right away. And then I also watched him swing, and I thought, nice swing, not a big kid. I don't know if he'll have the physicality and the strength when he gets older, but the swing is nice. We'll just see if he gets more physical. And then he got more physical, and then I will say, Evan, I talked to a ton of college coaches, and everyone's question was the same thing when you were a sophomore, and they were all like, I don't know if he's big enough or strong enough, and I told everybody, like, this is the smartest player that I've ever coached, and he's probably the hardest. I mean, we've had a lot of hardworking players like Avon Cabral, super hardworking player. Like Jake Gustin. I mean, there's a ton of hardworking players, but one of the hardest working players ever. And I was also like, you can't go wrong with this guy. And Maine's the one that ended up. They had a few offers. Maine took him, and then I won't get into all the details there, but you ended up getting into the lineup, and then everyone realized what you could do. So, but I knew really, I knew within 25 seconds of watching Evan play that he was going to play at a high level. Evan Cabral, one of the best players I've ever seen. Ability to just like throw any pitch for a strike, super competitive. Was just gonna find a way to get you out, and just super skilled. Like fastball, different types of breaking balls, like wherever he wants, any count, doesn't matter. One of the best players we've ever had. Alec Burns, one of the best hitters that we ever had. Like that dude was ridiculous. Jake Gustin, one of the best players we ever had. Like I said, I'm gonna miss guys. Like we've had crazy stories like Sean Sullivan. Sean Sullivan like signed for, I don't know, almost $2 million or whatever. He signed for a lot of money by the Rockies. He's gonna be in the big leagues probably this year. Like Sean's story is amazing because he was like an 81 to 83 mile an hour lefty that was a kind of a slow mover, but was like a really skillful pitcher. And then he totally transformed his body in one off season, and then went to like high 80s. And then next thing you know, he's at Wake Forest, and next thing you know, he's drafted in the second round. So I can keep going. There's a lot of good players, really good players. Sorry if I left you out, but I don't want to just keep going through all our players. My favorite brother duo, the Muses, and the Menzels are right there with them. How was it being a bullpen catcher? It was miserable, Tony. If you guys haven't heard my story on that, I have it in a video somewhere on here, but I was the backup catcher in AAA for the Indians back when they were the Indians, and I hadn't caught since Little League. But our manager asked if I could catch, and I wasn't going to say no, so I said yes. So I was the bullpen catcher and the backup catcher, and I hadn't caught since Little League, and I'm catching guys throwing like 95. Our pitching coach did give me a compliment, though. He's like, man, you're pretty good at this. Like, when's the last time you did this? I did not tell him Little League, but Rice won the national championship when you were in college, right? You have any idea why their baseball is great, but every other sport stinks? They actually won the national championship the year before I got to college. And then when I was a freshman, we played them. My first ever collegiate game was against Rice, and they were the defending national champions. And I faced, who pitched that game? Was his name like Townsend? I think that was his name. He's a first rounder. My first ever college at bat, I hit a rocket line out right to the third base. He struck out the first like 5 guys. I think I was hitting 6 that game. He struck out the first 5 guys. And then I came up 6 and I hit a rocket like right at the third baseman. He caught it. I ended up getting a knock that game, and then I ended up getting like 3 or 4 knocks the next game, and I like started my college career off super, super hot at the plate. There's no way that this is really Evan. It can't be. How do I donate $1 million? Well, you're gonna have to get to the big leagues quickly, and then you can Venmo me. What about big guys that are fast? Yeah, that's a good combination. Our old facility that we were renting out was like almost right next to the one we're in now. All the facilities we've rented have all been within a mile of each other. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. We're gonna check in and see if I've gotten any more donations. Let's hope that we've gotten more donations. Let's see. Okay, we've gotten a little bit more. I'm up to $3,408. Baseball's still struggling though. We're in 7th place right now. So, but the good news is all these guys down here, and if they're watching this, they're gonna find out like everybody's gotta donate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, we automatically have another like. These guys got to raise a lot more money. It's amazing how much it costs. Like, so we have to go down south because, oh, baseball doesn't play what? So if you're new tonight, we're doing Clash of the Tartans. So we are raising money for our college baseball team. I coach at Gordon College, a Division III program in Massachusetts, and we're doing Clash of the Tartans. So this is the biggest fundraising night of the year. Every team is competing. And so right now our baseball teams raised $21,427, and we're in 7th place out of all these teams. It's going to be hard for us. Men's soccer right now is crushing it. Softball is crushing it right now. They're both around 40,000. So we've got to get going. And I'm blowing away everybody in donations, although wow, some of the soccer guys, this one player raised $11,000 right here. That's amazing. So anyways, if you would like to donate, I have the link pinned if you go to the chat, I have the link pinned there. And you guys have, it'd be great if you do it today, but if not, you guys can donate all the way till, I think we go till Saturday or Sunday. Let's see. And every donation helps, so don't think you have to donate like a huge amount. What do you recommend, a pitching machine, or you think live pitching would be a better option? So we do both every day. Every single time we hit, our hitters hit off of a live arm and they hit off of a machine. A machine can do things that a live arm can't do, and a live arm can do things that a machine can't do. So we'll use our machine mostly for breaking ball stuff because you can really spin it off there. You can do high velo stuff off of there. And honestly, like an arm can only throw so many balls while a machine can throw a million. So like, we use both. So if you have the money to be able to get a machine, I do think it can be valuable. How big was the skill difference between D1 and rookie ball? So depending on what you're considering, so I never played rookie ball, thankfully. I skipped rookie ball. I went to short season A ball, and then I went to low A ball in my first year. So people ask that all the time. Like sometimes I think it's a little different now. Well, they've gotten rid of a lot of levels, but for a long time, people used to always say like they used to say that like high level D1 ball was like double A baseball. No, it wasn't. Not when I played. Like people said it all the time to me. Oh yeah, playing at Wake Forest, that's the same as playing double A. No, it was not the same. We'd have a couple players drafted at Wake Forest. To get to double A, you have to get drafted, and then you have to get through a bunch of levels just to get the double A ball. Like it's not even close. Now I know the game's changed a lot now. There's less levels. You have better players playing college. You have NIL money. You have some players that are going literally right from college ball and like flying through the minor leagues when that didn't happen when I was playing 20 years ago. So it's different now, but when I played, it wasn't, I would say playing at Wake Forest and then going to short season A ball, you have to go to a wood bat. I would say at that level probably isn't like a huge difference. But once you move up and get to high A ball, I mean, double A ball is way different. Even high A ball is different. But double A is definitely like way different. How many teams total are doing this? We have, I'll tell you right now how many total teams are taking part in Clash tonight. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 teams. So we're kind of like right in the middle. 'But we do have to get it going, and it's 9:30. Oh, I just got another super chat from Evan Menzel. Is that the real Evan Menzel? I don't know if that's the real Evan Menzel or not. I hope it is. It's either Evan Menzel or it's Gennaro Carrillo creating an account that says Evan Menzel. Which one it is, I don't know. Whoa, Evan, you're the best. Any super chats that you guys give tonight? I'm giving some of that money to our program, if you don't mind. The Savannah Bananas. Do you think baseball should be played in such a way, or do you believe it should be taken serious? Well, I think baseball should be taken serious, but I think there's nothing wrong with the Savannah Bananas. You just have to know what you're going to watch. So, like, I took my son to a Savannah Banana game. He kept asking to go. He really wanted to go. And then we got there and we were watching the game, and he literally turned to me and he goes, "What are we watching? Like, what is this?" And he was not a fan. He was going there to watch a serious baseball game and realized pretty quickly this is not a serious baseball game, and he wanted like nothing to do with it. He had no interest whatsoever. I'm gonna be honest, I had no interest either. I was like watching it and I'm like, I respect what they do. I think they're actually very talented. Um, I'm just not. I can't watch it, to be honest. Again, I do respect that. I think that those guys are very, very talented. I want to make sure I state that. But it just wasn't for me. Like I like it felt like every 2 seconds they were dancing and singing and this and that, and I wanted to watch a baseball game. Now I understood there was going to be some stuff, but like I guess you don't realize when you watch it on TV, and I haven't watched it a lot on TV. But when I watch it on TV, it just feels more baseball and less entertainment. And then when in real life, it felt like there was like all entertainment and almost no baseball. It was interesting, but. Which one of your players would play for the New York Yankees? Well, Nick Palmer, our coach, would want to play for the New York Yankees. A huge Yankees fan. But which one of our players would play for the New York Yankees? Oh, I don't know. I don't think any of them. I don't know if James Coach is the Yankees fan or if he's a Mets fan. I don't know what he's a fan of. He's from Long Island. We got a lot of talented players, though. I don't know if anyone will play for the Yankees one day. Hopefully they will. I do like sports cards. Yeah, I haven't bought a lot of sports cards in a while, but I do have a lot of sports cards. How competitive is Massachusetts youth baseball compared to other states? I mean, we got a foot of snow outside right now, so like, we can't play baseball for a long time. So like, I don't know. Like, if you want to compare it to all the southern states, they're going to blow us away. With that being said, there's still really good players up here. There's just not as many of them. I think that's the biggest thing. There's just not as many, but there's very good players up here. Like, I was told, just for an example, like I was always told, people always told me, like when I said I was going down to play at Wake Forest, do you know how many people said like, you can't go to Wake Forest and play. You can't play with those players down south. They're way better than you are. Like, that's what everybody said. And then I went down there and I played every single game of my career. I played the first day of my freshman year all the way to the last day of my junior year, and then got drafted in the first round. So it's like, everyone was like, Massachusetts guys can't play down south. Yes, you can. You're not going to have a ton of them. You're not going to have as many as you will from Georgia or Florida or Texas or California, like, obviously. But you still got really good players up here. It's just the amount of them is a lot smaller. John the Beagle Dad, what's going on? Does Pete Rose deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Sure. Does Gordon College do tryouts for walk-ons? Yes, we do. We did not have anyone walk on this year or try to walk on. We had one player that was going to try to walk on that was talking to me about doing it, but he decided at the last minute to not do it. Gotta try. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta move this chat up so I can see. I can't. Oh, let me move it over actually. There we go. 9-month-old pup. Yeah, my pup is no longer a pup now. My dog is how old is my dog now? My dog is she already almost 2? She is almost, no way. Is that possible? Yeah, she's getting close to almost 2 years old. That's crazy. I feel like I just got her. Again, if you're just jumping on here, I know I've said this a bunch of times, but I'm just going to refresh everyone's memory. So if you're just getting on here, we've got, the reason I'm in my office right now, I've got my Gordon shirt on right here, is because we have Clash of the Tartans going on right now. So it's our annual Gordon Athletics Giving Day. So it's more than just one day. But if you go to the chat, I have a pinned comment. If you click there, you can donate to our team. And every donation, 100% of them, go straight to our team. Helps us with our trip to Florida. So we're going to Florida in about a month. Helps with our transportation, our lodging, our tournament fees. Helps us feed the players. Helps us, everything that has to do with Florida. Helps us allow us to go down and compete. Like I said, it's hard. College baseball up here, we can't start as early as teams down south, so we have to go down south. We got to fly down there, and so we go down. We play 9 games, so we're able to get outside, play a lot of games, play good competition, and then we're able to come back up here when it finally starts to get a little bit warmer to play against teams from this way. So if you would like to donate and help us, and we're having what tonight is every single team in the Gordon. Like literally every athletic team, we all met earlier over in our athletic center, and we were able to eat over there, hang out, and now we're competing. Everyone's competing to see who's going to raise the most money. And last time I checked, we were in 7th place, which is, well, it's kind of unacceptable. Let's view it again. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Let's see if we've climbed the rankings at all. Nope, we're still in 7th. Volleyball is actually catching us. So we'll have to get on these guys. Time does fly. Rawlings Pro Preferred or Wilson A2K. I actually was a Rawlings Heart of the Hide guy. So I'm Heart of the Hide. If I had to choose between, I was a Rawlings guy my whole career pretty much. I like the Wilson A2K, but I like Rawlings a little bit more personally. So I would go Heart of the Hide first, then I'd probably go Pro Preferred, and then I would go A2K after that. Hello. Let's see if I can pronounce that. My name is Hiromu, is that right? It's hard for me to see. It's very nice to meet you. We will be down in Florida when spring training is going on. So the Tigers are in Lakeland, which is basically right where we are. So I got to check their schedule. We play a lot. The hard part is we're always playing down there. And so I don't know if we'll be able to get to a game or how many, but there is a spring training complex right there. So do I have any experience with IMG Academy? We've had a couple players that have gone down and played there. I tried to go down. So I'm in Florida a decent amount because my wife's father lives there. And I tried to go on the IMG Academy campus, and they wouldn't let me in. So I literally went and just tried to pull. I drove up there and I was like, "Yeah, I'm just here to tour campus." They're like, "No, you're not. It's private. It's a closed campus. Can't come on." So I never got to go on. I had to turn around and drive home. Well, not drive back to Massachusetts. Drive back to my wife's. I can't remember if we were probably staying in an Airbnb then, but Anything in particular that you're trying to teach Maddie right now? Honestly, I've been trying to teach him mostly basketball lately, but baseball wise, I think the biggest thing is just we've been working on aggressiveness. Um, this has not changed. Like this is the same stuff I've always talking about, but I'm trying to get him to swing fast with good intent to hit the ball hard. Those are the biggest things I focus on. He naturally has pretty good swing mechanics, but I think there are. I don't know the exact science. I know there's certain windows where like you really want to train speed. And for me, I just say, you know what, I'm always going to train speed. So like we're always working on bat speed. He's got really good natural hand-eye bat the ball skills. So I spend a lot more time working on bat speed. He's not the most explosive player in the world. That's probably what he needs to work on the most. So we train to go fast. Do a lot of bat speed training. No, I shouldn't say a lot of bat speed training. He actually doesn't hit that much. He hits once a week. Sometimes he doesn't hit at all. He could definitely hit more. He's in 4-day-a-week basketball mode right now. So he's 4-day-a-week basketball, and he's supposed to be 2-day-a-week baseball, but baseball and basketball end up being on Saturdays together. So he really only does 1 day a week of baseball, 4 days a week of basketball, and that's it. So I did start training him, started working on his strength about twice a week. He did get away from that for a little bit. And honestly, like, he got away from it because I got away from it because I got really busy. I follow Amon-Ra St. Brown's dad online. He said there's no such. I told this to my son, and now he uses it all the time. I said, his dad said there's no such thing as lazy kids, just lazy parents. And so I said that to Maddie because I wanted to try to start to get him into getting stronger and more explosive. And most kids, I was a weird kid. Like, I probably would get excited to do that and you wouldn't have to force me. I would just go do it. But I think the majority of kids aren't going to do that. He'd rather play video games. So, like, I can't just wait around. So you got to find a balance too, though. You don't want to drive your kid nuts and like try to, because some parents are crazy and they'll try to like make their kid practice like 24 hours a day. So, and I'm kind of the opposite. But I also self-evaluate myself and realize I'm the opposite, and I'm like, I've got to push him a little. Like, he needs to be pushed. Some kids don't need to be pushed. Some kids need to be pushed. He needs to be pushed. So I try to push him a little bit more. And so I wanted to get him to do it, work out more, because I think it's important, especially at this age. And he didn't want to do it. And so I told him, I said, listen, dude, I'm like, there's no such thing as lazy kids. There's just lazy parents. And I'm like, and I'm not lazy. And I'm like, we're going to go do this. So we did it. And now he uses that line like all the time. I don't know, like he's always like, there's no such thing as lazy kids, just lazy parents all the time to me. But I don't know why I just got on that subject, but I can't remember the original question. Oh, working on speed. That's what it was. So yeah, we're doing 2 days a week of strength and conditioning. And we got away from it because I got lazy. I didn't get lazy, I got busy. But that's no excuse. What was more difficult for you, hitting or playing defense? Playing defense, 100%. I did not like playing defense. I would rather hit. I hated having to go to defense. Some people love going to defense. I love hitting. It's funny, as I've gotten older as a coach, I love defense now. But like as a player, I love hitting. I really found I had no interest in fielding. It showed if you watch me play defense. It's funny because like I say that stuff, and like in high school I was like probably considered one of the best defenders around here. And then in college I was considered like a good defender, but then in pro ball I was considered like, at the major league level I was considered a below average defender. Because you just have to be so good to play at that level. Oh, I will. I definitely will support the Japanese athletes. Do you like creatine? So, I do like creatine. I was actually on creatine for about a month or so, and then I haven't had it in a month. I ran out and I didn't get a new thing. But um, when I take creatine, I definitely notice that I get much stronger. I put on weight easy. I am probably, so I've done a lot of research on, I was typically like 5 grams of protein a day, but I've seen that there's like a lot of cognitive benefits to like 10 to even up to 15 grams of protein a day, or creatine a day. I didn't mess around with that much, but I've done a lot of research. I've actually talked to a lot of people that have tried it and they say it works well. This is not nutritional advice here or anything, but do you have an analytics department? If so, how do you leverage their findings for your player development? So we don't have an analytics department. We have a player that's very interested in analytics, and he does a lot of. We talk a lot about it. We do get a lot of data, not as much as D1 programs, not as much as Pro Ball, obviously. But we have Blast Motion, we have TrackMan, we have Hit Tracks, we have a lot of ways to get numbers, and we do use those to the best of our ability. So, but I am the analytics department. No shift restrictions, so you can shift as much as you want. I can play all 9 guys. Well, I can't move the pitcher, but no, the catcher. I could play all 7 guys in a spot if I want. I'm actually interested to see. So here's a fun fact for you. I've watched one Division III baseball game in my life, I think. It was last year. I went and watched Gordon play Endicott. Like I haven't watched many D3 games. I mean, I've seen a ton of games on TV, or not TV, but streaming them. I'm really interested. This year will be an interesting year for me, like learning wise, because I just don't know how a lot of teams are going to play it at this level. I have a lot of D1 experience, but I haven't. It's my first time coaching at the D3 level, and I just haven't seen a lot of D3 games. So I'm interested to see how other teams play it, and we'll probably make a lot of adjustments as we go. A former neighbor kid is close to 18. His parents had him train and practice soccer hard all the time. Eventually, he hit them with, "Dad, Mom, I can no longer do this. I am tired." Yeah, Frank, I mean, listen, I think the biggest thing is like the player needs to want it. If the player wants it more than if the parent wants it more than the player, it's not going to probably work out. And so I think it's a fine balance. Like with my son, again, I give a lot of examples of him just because like a lot of stuff I learn because I deal with him. It's like, you can read all you want about like how to parent, but you have to parent you learn the most through parenting. And it's like, how do you deal with your kid? Well, I learn how I deal with my kid through how I deal with my kid. So like my son, he's very naturally talented. I guess all I mean by naturally talented is that like he can pick up sports very quickly. He does have like innate, like really good hand-eye coordination. And he works hard when he's there, but he doesn't always want to go there. Like he doesn't always want to go to practice. And so that's where it's like, how much do you push him and how much do you not? And it's like, at first, honestly, I was much more of the don't, like he's got to want to do it, but I also then realized that like every kid's different. So like me as a kid, I don't even know what you would call it. Self-motivated. I don't know what the word is, but like I would want to go do it all the time. You wouldn't have to force me. With him, you don't have to force him, but like you got to kind of push him a little bit more. So I've I started off thinking like, oh, he's gonna be just like me. He's gonna want to do it all the time, and he's gonna want to go to practice all the time. And he isn't really like that. So like, I've got to push him a little bit more, while also knowing that I can't like drive him into the ground. So, and like I said, I'm much more on the not push him than push him side. But we do have a playlist. We play the same playlist pretty much every day. We just mix up the songs. There's a ton of songs on there. It's like 100 different songs, probably, maybe more. But we do have a playlist, and we just shuffle the songs every day. Yeah, and like you had mentioned that you just got tired of the grind. You know, every player is, like I said, like when you get older, sports, like you have to really love it because it does become a lot, and not everybody needs to do it when they're old. Not everybody wants to do it. Um, you know, like if my son came up to me when he was 16, 17, he was like, "Hey, Dad, like I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't enjoy it. What am I gonna do? I can't force him to do it. He's 17-year-old kid." And if he doesn't want to do it, he's not going to probably be very good anyway. So, which two cities? I don't know. I mean, it sounds like Nashville is going to be one, right? I always hear that. What other ones are on the table? Is Vegas on the table? No, Vegas already has. Vegas already has it. I don't know why I said Vegas. I'm having a mental block. Sorry. I think Nashville for sure. Yes, it's a matter of balance. I do agree with you. Yeah, I played in Portland. Um, so like my AAA team was in Portland. I don't know. I think Portland's a cool city. They didn't really support AAA baseball there very much. I don't know if they'll support big league baseball. Salt Lake City was fun. I played in Salt Lake City. That was a good city. Orlando, I mean, I don't know. Montreal would be cool. I think Montreal. I'll go Nashville and Montreal. Do you have any experience with the Max BP small pitching machines? I did not. I had one that was very similar to Max BP's, but it wasn't exactly, and it was cool. We used to use it when Maddie was like really little, but I have not used Max BP before. Mia is not, my daughter's not really interested in sports. She plays basketball, she plays softball. She's not really interested. Um, the hard part with her is she has like no interest in practicing, and I try to get her to practice. I try to push her more because she really doesn't want to. She really doesn't want to practice at all, and she just doesn't have any interest. So like, I shouldn't say I push her. I offer. Hey Mia, let's go outside and practice. You want to throw the ball around? You want to take some swings? You want to go to the facility? You want to go shoot some hoops? She just doesn't. She just doesn't like to do it. And if you try to nudge her to do it, she's just like no. So she's never really been in the sports. My son's always been in the sports. Ever since he was like 1, he was always throwing, hitting, shooting something. I mean, like we have videos of him in diapers when he couldn't walk, like throwing the ball. So. Big Mark. Is there a computer lab at Gordon? Mark, why don't you come to campus and I'll show you where it is. The second floor of the library. We'll go take a peek. I'm actually going to donate a computer lab to campus one of these days. If I had $1 million for every time you asked me that question, there'd be a computer lab here already. Yeah, baseball back in Montreal would be awesome. How much academic support does Gordon have for your players? So every single one of our players can get academic support in any subject they want. So you can get a tutor. So tutoring's available. Preparation for basically any test. If you have a certain test, you can go in there and let them know exactly what test you have coming up on, like what subject and what test it is, and they're going to help you prepare for that. So like our players, some take advantage of it, some don't. What I try to do is meet with the guys, and there's certain players that I haven't forced them to go, but there's a few that I probably will end up having to force them to go. It started off as recommendations. Some take me up on it, some haven't. So when we go to school, when we go to Florida, we go during our break. So we have a 2-week break that we go on. So there are no classes. So you're not missing any. They're not missing any classes when they go to Florida. No, I don't think they should use wood bats in college. I think the game would be there'd be no offense or be very little offense. I think no one would like it. It's amazing how many people always yell and say college should be wood bats. You don't. I'm telling you, you don't want wood bats in college. First thing, the cost is way too high. There'd be so many broken bats. You couldn't afford to do it. A metal bat costs, let's say, $350, but the thing lasts you the whole season. A wood bat nowadays, it's like some wood bats are like $200, and you can break a wood bat in one at bat. So you can break 2 wood bats in a game. So you might go through $400 of wood bats in one game if you're a player. So, and I just think the game would be very boring. I think Major League Baseball, like those hitters are so good, they make using a wood bat look very easy, but it's not. There's a huge difference between a metal bat and a wood bat. And I think at most levels, especially with how good the pitching is, there'd be no offense. What do I think of the changes to baseball scholarships and NCAA? So I think I think the more scholarships, the better for players. But it's hard because there's a ton of schools. Even though they increase the amount of scholarships, there's a ton of schools that just can't. Even though there's a misconception that because they increase the scholarships, that all these colleges have these scholarships to give. They don't. Like a lot of schools, even D1 schools, still. Some schools have 1 scholarship, 2 scholarships. Some schools have no scholarships. So, that's great for the players that can go play in the SEC and the ACC and stuff. Like they can, because like for me, I got what was considered a huge scholarship, and it was like 65%, let's say. So let's just say I ended up having to pay about a third of my college tuition. And that was probably that might have been the highest scholarship they gave out at Wake. It'd be great if I could have went for free. That would have been awesome. Anthony, that stinks. All right, guys, we've been on here for a little over 2 hours. I'm the only one left in the building. Everyone took off. So I'm going to say one more time, because you can continue to donate throughout the night. That's just because I'm getting off of here doesn't mean it's the end. But once again, if you go into the chat, I pinned the donation link. If you click there, and if you donate, you will help us here at Gordon Baseball, help support all of our players. So all the money, all the donations go to our players. We're a D3 program, if you didn't know that, in Massachusetts. Make sure to follow us this year. Our first game is February 27th. So we're opening up in the Northeast, probably be a little bit chilly, and then we're flying down to Florida on March 4th. So definitely follow us. I'm going to try to film as much as possible. We also have a playlist on our YouTube channel. The title is like, I think like Life as a College Coach or something like that. But you can see behind the scenes stuff. I try to post so you guys can, people can see what the program is like. You can see what our practices look like. We don't have a camera crew, so like people want me to film a lot more stuff. Like I am the camera crew. I put the phone on a tripod, so maybe one day we'll have a camera crew. But I do try to give behind the scenes footage, probably a lot more than any other D3 program. So if you're somebody that's interested in college baseball, like you can get a decent idea watching some of these videos. If you're a player and you want to see what it's like to play at Gordon, if you want to play at Gordon, obviously watch the videos. You get a really good look at it. I'll answer these last few questions here. But again, if you want to donate, please do. It'll help all of our players so much. Thanks. Is it Luis or Louis? Will I be posting game film on this channel? I probably won't post game film. Our games are streamed. I'll probably just, if people want to watch it, they can go watch the stream of it. So I won't post any game footage on here. But I think what would be interesting if I post like how we scout for games, how I prepare for games, like how we evaluate after games. There's a lot of stuff we could do. I can't put everything out there. Like a lot of personal stuff with players, like I don't want to put out there, right? Like, and then also there's a lot of stuff where not that the opposing teams are watching my YouTube channel. They probably not, but like there's some stuff I can't talk about just because I don't want everyone to know exactly how we do everything. But I do try to teach as much as I can and put as much video out there for everyone to see. Hey, thanks so much, Jim Dog. I appreciate that. Let's check in. I'm going to check in real quick. So last time we checked, our baseball team had raised $21,548. That was probably about 15 minutes ago. Let's see, 21,548, and now we're at. Hold on, my internet's not working. It's telling me we raised $0. Hold on. It's making me sign back in again. So 21,548. Let's see how much we have raised now. Sorry, it's making me sign back in. Been out for too long, I guess. Okay. Let's hope it's more than 21,548. Okay, 22,148. So I'm no mathematician, but we raised a little bit of money there over the last 15 minutes or so. Let's see how I'm doing personally. I've raised $3,433. Let's go. I'll give you guys a shout out. All right, so this one was anonymous. I'm just going to say thank you. It's telling me that I can't. Something's up with the site right now. I wonder if there's just too many people on here. It's telling me that I can't comment to people. But anyways, I'll read them out. So we had an anonymous $25. We had James Perry donated $25. He said, thank you for all the content, Matt. Free and paid. Good luck this season. Justin Cross donated $8. Thank you so much. I donated. Jeff Doherty donated. Thank you so much. He said, thanks for everything. Alec donated. Good luck this season. Let's see someone get pied. So we've had, let's see, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 donations over the last couple of hours. Plus we had super chats, so we're at about 10 donations or so, which isn't too bad. So again, if you'd like to donate, I just hold on, it's got another donation. Who donated there? Anonymous. Let's gotta reload this. All right. So again, you guys can donate throughout the night. You can donate tomorrow. You can donate the next couple of nights. I think it ends on Sunday. And right now, let's see what place we're in again. So we are competing with all the other teams. And we are in... we're still in 7th place. Track and field is now coming on strong. We cannot get past 7th place. We're stuck. Sorry, I'm just taking a peek here and seeing how much we have to go. I gotta check this. So softball's crushing it. Yeah, see, softball, everybody is involved in softball right now. Every player is raising some good money. Let's go check, let's call out our baseball team right now. Let's call them out. I'm gonna go on here. So we've got 1, 2. Yeah, see, we just got a lot of players that haven't raised very much. Let's see who's leading. I'm leading the pack again. I've raised $3,458. Austin Bush is doing a great job. Great job, Austin. $2,248. Casey Watson has done $2,025. Very good. Brett Moore's at $1,500. Cale Smith's at $1,500. Kevin Whalen's at $1,500. Blake King's at $1,400. Colby's at $1,000. There we go. So like, oops, ow. Oh man. I just tried to take my foot off of the desk and I just sliced my ankle open. That hurt. Ouch. All right, let me get back to the comments real quick. Let's see. Where are the comments? Oh, I lost my YouTube page. Did I log out? I logged out of YouTube, guys. Hold on. Let me jump back in here so I can see... HitTrax is, what do we pay for HitTrax? I think a HitTrax goes for like 18,000, almost 20,000 all in. Hey, Jordan, what's going on, Jordan? How are you? What's the biggest change you've seen in coaching college baseball? So I've coached college. I mean, I coached college right out of playing. So I coached, my first year coaching college was 2014. Well, it was the fall of 13. So honestly, I don't know if much has changed as far as like the players and all that. Like, so it's hard to say what's the biggest difference. You know, if you're talking about the difference between like high school and college, it's just that, you know, college, you have a group of guys in college that are all here to play baseball. Like they're serious baseball players. They want to work hard. They're very dedicated to the game. And so, you know, we've got a lot of buy-in. We've got a lot of guys that are very ambitious and they want to work hard and they want to listen and they're coachable and they want to be coached hard. And like, so like, that's probably the biggest thing. When you coach high school, you've got some guys that are just playing just because they're like, I mean, I'm just gonna play, whatever. Like, you know, so you don't have everyone that's like super bought in or super serious. But here you do. So, I mean, that's what I really enjoy a lot about college ball. Let's see here. I've got a lot of questions. Sorry, I TikTok over here. I've been not answering as many questions. Thanks, Green Daddy. Hey, Jeff Allison, what's up, buddy? Thank you very much. Who's my favorite player that I coached? I talked about that a little bit earlier, but I can't name one. How do I handle multiple sports guys who aren't working on baseball in between? So, yeah, I don't, you know, I understand, like, depends, like, if you're in high school guys got a lot of stuff going on, so it's like, I think about my high school schedule, and it was like, I played, you know, like, during hockey season, let me just show you during hockey season, right? I'd get up and go to school. So, you know, get up at like 7, go to class. You're in class from 8 to 2:30, let's say. I'd get out at 2:30. I'd go down to the gym. Me and my dad would work out at 3 o'clock. He'd usually meet me over there. We'd work out from like 3 to like 4 or 4:30. I'd go back to my house. I would do my homework. I would eat dinner. Then I would have to go to hockey practice. So we practiced at night. So I think we practiced, I don't remember the exact time, maybe like 7 at night or so. So I go to hockey practice at 7, get done with hockey at say 9. By the time I drive back home, it's probably 9:30, 9:45, almost 10. You know, I haven't had a minute to do anything all day. Like I literally went from school to studying to eat or lifting to studying to eating to practice. Back home, probably now I'm hungry again, gonna eat another something. I might have to do a little bit more homework. Now it's 11 o'clock. I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to do it all over again. So, you know, I don't go crazy with guys in the off season, like yelling at them or getting on them that they're not doing baseball. Um, I'd like them if they have some time to try to do, a little bit, but it just depends. Like, if you're a varsity athlete, the varsity schedule, and if you go to a good high school, like, it's a lot. So, um, I just tell the guys, like, if you can get in work, like, obviously, your winter sport takes priority. If you can get in some baseball, get it in, and then when you're getting it in, like make sure that you're like 100% focused on what you're doing because you're not gonna have a whole lot of time doing it. But I don't really get mad so much. I get more mad for guys that are in season and not taking their work seriously. Like that's gonna make me mad. Awesome, Cody. I wish you luck. Do you see a younger you in any of the kids you're coaching? Yeah, probably. I think I'm probably pretty similar to a lot of the guys that I'm coaching here, overall. Um, so I do remote training, but it's not really lessons. It's hard for me to do remote lessons like on Zoom or anything because my schedule is so crazy. But I do have some players that I work with remotely. You got the Zen, huh? Matty likes the Zen. His big bat right now, though, he likes the. I'm having a mental block again. Sorry, I've been on it for so long. It's the Louisville Slugger. It's the aqua and pink one. I can't even remember the name of it right now. Not the Dub. Supra. Thank you. Yeah, he likes the Supra. That's what he's been swinging a lot of lately. He likes a lot of bats though. Like um, one advantage I have is that I have a pretty good connection where I can get a lot. I can get bats. I can't get unlimited bats, but I can get one of each bat for I can get it very inexpensive. So I'm able to get a lot of bats, and he's able to try them out. So he can. That's why I make a lot of the videos. He really liked the hype flyer last year. Was a big hype fire. 2 years was it 2 years ago or last year? 2 years ago, he loved the hype fire. Last year, he ended up swinging the goods a lot. He hit a home run in the first swing he took with the goods. He hit a home run, and then he never wanted to put that down. Ended up hitting like a bunch of homers with it. But for USA, he swung the hype fire last year, and he liked that. But for Triple SA, he swung. Sorry, hold on. Triple SA, he swung the goods, and this year he'll probably go with. It seems like he's going to go with the Supra. Wow, I've had so many questions, guys. Thank you for all the questions. Again, I know I keep repeating myself. I'm trying to do it every 15 minutes, but today is Clash of the Tartans, our biggest day of fundraising for Gordon baseball and all of Gordon athletics. So I coach at Gordon College, D3 program in Massachusetts. If you'd like to help the program, 100% of all donations go to the team. I have a link I have a link pinned, I think, in all of these because we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. and we're on YouTube. I have a link. If you click there, you'll be able to donate. And I'm giving a jersey away to the top 3 donations. So whoever gives the most, the top 3, you'll be able to get a jersey. If you want an Antonelli baseball one, I'll give you one of those as well. I'll message you and we'll get you that. All right, let's see what other questions I haven't answered. Then I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'm starved. It's 10:15. I haven't eaten. They fed us food earlier at like 6:30 or so, but I just had a little tiny Caesar wrap and I'm starving again. Do I have any tips for a Canadian that wants to become a coach in college baseball? Well, I don't know much about Canada. I haven't been there in a while, but I will say that the biggest thing if you want to be a college coach, it comes down to a couple things. One, it honestly it probably comes down to more of who you know than what you know. Now you need to obviously know. You need to be a good coach. But I will say, I've seen far more good coaches that don't know people that aren't coaching college baseball. I see that a lot. And I also see, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I also see a lot of people that don't know a whole lot, but know a lot of people that coach college baseball. I also see a lot of good college coaches. So I guess I see a little bit of all 3. But you need to get out there and like meet coaches and meet people. One thing I'd recommend too is like have some type of presence online, because if people you could know a ton, but if people don't know who you are, they're never gonna know. Like one of the biggest things, without going off on a tangent, I read a book about 15 years ago, maybe more. It was called Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. And his big thing was like, you need to let people know what you know and become an expert in your area. Like, so whatever your area of expertise is, you have to be known as the expert. And so I started a YouTube channel after reading that book because I was like, well, I feel like I know a lot about baseball. Let me just give all my information away. So I just started making videos. And then now we've built like, and this is not my job. My job is to run Antonelli baseball and for the last 10 years. And now my job is coaching at Gordon College. But we were able to build a big following. So this is like not even my job to build YouTube, but we got almost 300,000 followers, like 100 and something thousand on Instagram. And that was done just because with that idea of like, I'm just going to give away all the info and let people see that at least I think I know what I'm talking about, and you become an expert in your area. And so the way I got a lot of pro job opportunities when I first got out of playing, I got a ton of offers, was because I had a lot of stuff online and people saw the stuff and they're like, oh, he seems like he knows what he's talking about. And then I did interviews and we talked more and then I got job offers. But if I hadn't put that stuff up there, no one know who I am. And even if I knew a lot, it doesn't matter what you know if nobody knows it, if no one's ever heard of you and if you don't share it. So I would do that, and then I would just try to like get out. I would contact a lot of people. Like I'll give you one example, and I'm not saying I have any. I probably play a little bit. Juan was actually just on here, and Juan's actually probably someone good to talk to. But like, I got an email one day from this guy Juan Rivera. I was running Antonelli baseball, and Juan. I read an email and it's like, hey, I'm Juan Rivera. I coach, travel ball, blah blah blah. I'm interested in coaching. So I said, come up to practice, and I just want to meet you, and we'll see. So Juan came up, and I could tell right away when I met him that like he kind of like took control of practice in a good way right away, and I like that. And then we ended up talking more. I ended up giving him a job, and then I did recommend to him that he start a YouTube channel, and I said just copy what I do. And so he started a YouTube channel. He started putting info out there, and people started to see his stuff, and they started to like it, and he got more followers, and And then I think the Twins saw it, and then the Twins interviewed him, and then the Red Sox saw it, and the Red Sox interviewed him, and then he got hired by the Red Sox, and now he's been with the Red Sox for the last 4 years. And so he took a similar type of path that I had taken, and so that's my recommendation to everybody. Like I tell all our college coaches here, I'm like, put your stuff online. But a lot of people are afraid to do that because they don't want people. Like, some people think like, oh, I don't, I don't want to say something silly or be wrong, or my friends will make fun of me, or someone's gonna make a comment. Which is true. That's all gonna happen. But you just have to be like, who cares? And then, that's really the only way, or not the only way, but I just think that's what you have to do. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Prospect camps, when are we going to hold them? We don't have exact dates yet. Last year we did one in. Well, I didn't get the job here until July, so I think we did one in September and one in October. We'll do it earlier this year. I don't know when yet. I do have to figure that out though. What's the craziest punishment from a coach that you've seen or had while playing? Craziest punishment was when we lost my junior year to Davidson, and our coach pretty much tried to kill us. That was the most pain I've ever been in. We lost to Davidson, and we came in the clubhouse, and he was just like, put on your running shoes and go to the football practice field. So we went down there, and we just we ran stadiums up and down and up and down and up and down, and it just went on forever. And then we went down to the football field, and we ran to the 5-yard line and back, to the 10 and back, to the 15 and back, to the 20 and back, to the 25 and back. And we just kept doing that. We did it over and over again. Then we did sit-ups and 6 inches, and I've never felt pain in my stomach like that. And guys were throwing up, and it was really bad. It was pretty painful. And to give my honest opinion, I thought then, and I think now, it was a horrible idea, in my opinion. Now we ended up going on a huge losing streak after that. And we were really good before that. I think we were 12th in the country or 15th in the country. And then, to me, I could do a whole video on this. I felt like it was an unjust punishment. Sometimes in baseball you just lose. I had to run 8,000 miles and get the absolute crap kicked out of me because we lost the game when I tried. I played as hard as I could, and we just lost the game. I don't even know why we ran. We ran because we lost, I guess, but I don't know. Sometimes you lose in baseball. We had won a lot of games. We were one of the best teams in the country. And I think after that day, I think everybody was I think everyone was what was that? Why? People were confused, and I think it changed the dynamic of, I don't know how I want to say it, but I know it pissed a lot of people off, and some people might be like, just shut up and run, but it was pretty over the top, man. Let's see. You coach D3 softball as an assistant, and many players quit after their first season. So, this is my first year coaching college baseball at the D3 level. I've only seen D1 baseball. My thought is, now every place is different. I don't think we're gonna have anybody quit baseball. I think all the guys here really love baseball. I think that probably at the Division 3 level, depending on where you're at, and it might be a lot of places, I don't know. Um, I think Division One, when you go like, so when I went to Wake Forest, I went to Wake Forest. Now I tell everybody I went because it was a great academic school and it was a great baseball school, which it was. But let's be honest. Why'd I go there? Because I was going there for baseball. Like I went there and I said, I think I can go here and develop and get drafted. Like I was all in on baseball. Most players at a high level, at like the D1 level, especially the Power 4 level, they're all in on baseball. So they're not going to quit. A D3 player has a better chance of quitting because it's a lower level of baseball. They're probably, some of them might, but a lot of them are not going to play pro baseball. And if they go play and they realize, wow, this is really hard, and maybe they're not getting the playing time they want, and a lot of them will be like, why am I doing this? Not all of them, a lot won't, but more will than at the D1 level. So, now I don't know what happened at your program. The fact that many quit, I'm not saying it's a program problem, but clearly there was something there. I could see like a few quitting. If it's a lot, then I mean I don't know. I would talk to the players and ask what happened. But I don't know if it's burnout. I don't think it's burnout. Coaching your first travel team, 12 and 15U. Any tips? I guess for the young team, I mean, my goals are always pretty simple. It's like first thing you want to do is make the game fun. You don't want anyone to quit. We talked about quitting. You don't want anyone to quit. So I try to make the game fun and enjoyable. I try to teach as much as I possibly can. For the young kids, I'm trying to instill like the fundamentals of the game. I say that with the young kids, but honestly, the 15-year-olds do the same thing. It's like it's 17, every level. It's like I'm trying to do the same thing at every level. I'm trying to make them have fun, teach them the game, teach them the fundamentals. Those are all the biggest things. I try not to. We try to win the game, but I don't let that be like the number one thing. Is using a big barrel bat facing pitching machine throwing breaking balls a good drill? I mean, yeah, we did it 2 nights ago. I mean, we did it last night. We do it every night. We always try to. I always want our players to see spin. We change up the spin. We'll go right-handed spin, left-handed spin. I'm just saying, like you change the machine angles a little bit. Right-handed spin, left-handed spin. More of a over the top breaking ball, more of a slider. You can change the difference. The key is just to change the shapes, and the angles. We try to do that every night. I'm sure they still do that stuff some places, but probably not as much. You might be right, Andrew. Yeah, so it's funny you say that about the miracle thing. I don't remember why. I have to go watch the movie again. I don't remember why he made them skate to where they were like gonna pass out, and he was like again, 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 and then he finally he was trying to get them. I can't remember. I haven't seen the movie in so long. Was it the team wasn't playing for the country? They were more playing for themselves and individuals, and they finally said I think he says who do you play for? And he's like, United States of America. And it was like, oh, we're a team. Finally, we understand we're playing for our country and all that. I don't remember what caused them. Can that type of thing be a motivating thing, and can it help? Like in certain cases, yeah, but I think it just depends. I thought the way we did it was silly. Yeah, I have played at Franklin Pierce University in New Hampshire. A very nice field, good program. Your son's a freshman at an NAIA program. He narrowly missed the travel roster the first week of the season. He's bummed coming home this weekend. His 19th birthday. Advice when I see him. Yeah, I mean, that definitely stinks. I would just say, I'm just trying to think of like, I go to my pro ball experience. Like I was cut a lot in pro ball. Um, so I tried to always just use it. Anytime I was cut or didn't make a team, I just tried to use it as like motivation to work harder. Um, you know, Sometimes people would always say, "Oh, that coach is like," my wife, my dad, sometimes friends, whatever. Oh, they're idiots for not playing, for cutting you, for this or for that, and like I always just tried to block that out and just be like, I gotta figure out like why did I not make the team? What is it that I got to get better at, and then just try to get to work and improve it. And that was pretty much it. Our facility is in Middleton, Massachusetts. Have I ever cut a player based on effort instead of a performance? For Antonelli baseball, yeah, like we've not taken players because they just look like they don't care, they have horrible effort, I don't like their attitude. Yeah, so for sure. Thanks, Logan. All right, I know I said I was gonna wrap up my questions, and I still haven't wrapped them up. So let's go maybe two more questions, and I'll end it again with this. For anyone that just got on here, today is Clash of the Tartans. Gordon College, I coach their Division III program. Today is our biggest night of fundraising. We are in a competition with all of the other teams here. But more important than that, all 100% of the donations go directly to our team. It helps fund everything for our season. We go to Florida from Massachusetts, so we can't play outside here. We go down to Florida in a month, but every donation helps us be able to go down there every year. So helps with transportation, food, playing fields, food for our players to eat, and then obviously when we get back, helps with just resources to help give our players a really good experience. So if you would like to donate, I have in all three, with TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, I have a link in the comment section. You can just click there and you can donate. The three biggest donors either can pick a jersey. You can get a Gordon jersey if you want to be a fan, or I can give you an Antonelli baseball, whatever you want. So we'll go one more time. Actually, let's check in one last time on the donations. Let's see how our team is doing. Ooh, my donations have gone up. I've gotten some more donations over the last 20 minutes or so. Let's see who donated. We've got, hold on one second. I want to go to my page. How do I go to my page? Here we go. Okay. Wow, look at that. Adam Peterson, thank you so much. Donated $120. I have a feeling he might be getting a jersey. He said, good luck this season at Gordon. Oh, good luck this season, Gordon. Thanks for all the content over the years. Thank you, Adam. That was very, very nice of you. We got, that's where we got it all from. I said in the last 20 minutes it's gone up. It was all Adam. Thank you, Adam, for $120. Very, very generous of you. I'm going to just comment to Adam. Thank you so much. There we go. I'm just going to thank everyone that gave donations here. Oh, that was me. I don't have to thank myself. All right. So we're moving along. Let's see how the baseball team's doing. We're almost up to $23,000 of donations. We're still in 7th place. We're still behind the golf team. So I'm doing my best to get us up there, everybody. Is there a bigger gap from high school to D1 or D1 to AA? High school to D1, 1000%. I mean, high school baseball compared to D1 baseball is like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a comparison. It's far. Do you think professional baseball players have it more tough mentally than other sports because of how difficult it is to succeed? Yeah, I think every sport can be difficult mentally. I think the hard thing about baseball, like if you're a hitter, you get basically 4 opportunities a game. Over a 3-hour game, you get about 4 opportunities, maybe 5 if you're lucky. But you get 4 opportunities. There's a lot of time to think about that in between. So you get your opportunity, and then you wait 30 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe longer. Then you get another opportunity. Then you wait, you think about it. Then you get, so it's like there's a lot of downtime where you're thinking, and it's a tough game. It's a game of failure. You put those two things together, and it can get really hard on you mentally. You think about, you're a quarterback in football. You got a play going on every 45 seconds, let's just say. And I know you come off the field, but it's like you're going to throw 30 passes in the game, maybe. And the game's moving quick. If you're, a hockey player, a basketball player, like you're up and down the court nonstop. You take a shot, you go play defense, you get the ball back 24 seconds later. So, I just think there's less action in baseball. There's more time for thinking, and it's a game of failure. So. Your son's a freshman trying to make varsity as a catcher. What can he do to stand out? Well, I think at this point, his skills are probably his skills. So there's probably nothing that he can work on right now that I could tell you. I could tell you that, yeah, receiving is the most important part of catching, and you've got to be able to receive well, so spend the most time working on that. Then work on your blocking next, and then work on your throwing. Now, that's probably the most important. That's probably, when it comes to a game, the most important stuff. But sometimes in a tryout, depending on the coach, if you got a really strong arm, sometimes whoa, look at that. That guy's got a cannon. He's awesome, even though throwing is probably the least important thing that I, really care about with a catcher. But, so anyways, even if I said that stuff, there's not a whole lot of time. I think having a presence, being vocal, being energetic. I think the team feeds off of the catcher. Everyone can see the catcher, right? Catcher can help the pitcher. And so I think that stuff really stands out. That's one of the biggest things I see when I see catchers. It's I want somebody with a lot of energy. I want someone that's vocal, that takes charge, that's a leader. I think that's all very important. And I think that'll really stand out. I think at a tryout, you want to look professional. You want to play with a lot of energy. You want to be on and off the field fast. You want to be the first person in line at drills. You want to help you want to set up the field. You want to pick up stuff afterwards. All those small little things. Like I said, a lot of times coaches are judging. They're evaluating all the stuff that players don't really think about. When I'm watching a guy, I watch everything they do at tryouts. I watch how they transition from drills. I watch how they get in and out of the dugout. I watch all that stuff. And if I see a guy moping around, or I see a guy, talk negatively about another player, or vice versa, I see somebody that picks somebody up. I've kept a lot of guys on teams, even if they're not starters, but just out on the team because of the way that they interacted with their teammates. Guy struggling, and he goes over and picks the guy up. That's pretty rare especially for young players. That stuff is, I think, really valuable, and I notice that stuff. So, do I think that high school baseball is at a higher level now, or say 20, 25 years ago? Well, I think every area is different, but I think every sport is improving. I think every athlete is better now than they were 20, 25 years ago. Um, yeah, I just think it's a different world. Some people say like, "Oh, the baseball IQ is down now. Players aren't as smart as they were before. Players don't play as much, and they more train, but they don't play, and they don't learn the game." And that all might be true. But I think top players are are more talented now than ever before. Like players now, like they have young. It's not uncommon for young players to have like a nutritionist and a strength coach, and they've got a private instructor, and we've got more indoor facilities, especially in our area, and like. So the resources available to them are so much higher now than it was 20, 25 years ago. So they're gonna be they're gonna be that doesn't mean they're gonna play the game better, but they are more talented, I think. I mean, if you just watch baseball, like everybody always I'm gonna end with I keep saying I'm gonna end. Everybody always says like, oh, the game was better when I played. Like everybody thinks that the game was the best when they played. If you ask like 99% of people, that's the answer they give. I always give the opposite answer. I think the game has never been better now. Like they might be different, but I think players are more talented now than they ever were before in every sport. I think football players are more talented now. I think basketball players are more talented now. I just think it's everything. Like everything gets better. Technology gets better. Training methods get better. Again, the resources get better. Not everyone's going to agree with me on that statement. Actually, I think most disagree with me, but that's how I feel. Garrett Stubbs. Shout out to Garrett Stubbs. What does the CNE conference look like this year? Well, like I said, I've only seen one CNE game in my life. That was last year. So I've got a basic idea of what the talent level is of each school, and I know that, I know Endicott won the league last year, and they're typically extremely good, and we have Johnson and Wales in the conference this year for the first time, and I know they have a very good program, and, there's a lot of really good teams in the program. I know Nichols has been really good. I know Hartford's been good. I know Roger Williams last year, I don't think had the year they typically have, but they're really talented. And like, I'm not going to go through every single school in the conference, but like, there's a lot of really good schools in the conference. I've never seen any of them play, so it's hard to see, and every year is different. So, ask me that same question in about a month and a half, and I'll have a good answer for you. But I think that's one interesting thing I can do on here is like share those type of thoughts with everybody. As I learn, just kind of talk about college baseball. I think it'd be cool. Anthony Volpe, I think, asked Nick Palmer, our assistant coach, about him. I don't watch the Yankees enough, so I can't really say, unfortunately. And I'll end with this one. Do you have any tips for kids to manage their emotions in the game? Yeah, I think taking a deep breath is important. We talk to our players a lot about how they need to breathe, slow the game down. We teach them a whole method. I have it all on. If you go on my playlist on here, the life of a college coach or whatever, I don't remember what I titled it, but we have a team meeting one where I go step by step of what you should do from the time you're in the dugout until the time your at bat's over and your next at bat takes place. And that we talk about breathing, we talk about focal points, we talk about resetting, we talk about visualization, we talk about all of this stuff because I try to build a system and a routine for guys so that they have something to go to when the game starts to speed up and they get emotional, because most players do. And that will kind of give you a framework for how to help players. And then I've talked already a bunch about like trying to redefine the success and not being so outcome oriented and be more process oriented, not so much result oriented. And I think it's a mix of like all that stuff. You put it all together and you can start getting players to not be so emotional. With that being said, there are just some people that are just very emotional, and there's some people that are really emotional and it's like good for them. Like you try to make them less emotional and they don't play as well. I think if players are really emotional and it causes them to struggle and you see them like spiral down, then you have to try to, use some of these techniques. And again, some players it's easy and some players it's hard. So I think the biggest thing is just trying to learn the player and then trying to figure out a solution. But I'm not like a super emotional player, so like sometimes people will be like, "Well, stop worrying about that," or like it's just like because maybe it was easy for them, or that maybe they weren't an emotional player. But I said this to our assistant coach Nick Palma last night. I was kind of giving him crap for it, but so we were doing bunting, and like Nick was a good bunter, and I was a good bunter too. Like bunting for me was very easy. But he said last night, like a couple guys were struggling with bunting, and they were just kind of like stabbing at the ball a little bit. And he said something like, "I don't understand how." He's like, "Bunting is the easiest thing. Like, how are we not doing this right? It's the easiest thing." And so I said, "For you," and he was like, "What?" I'm like, "Bunting was the easiest thing for you. It's not the easiest thing." And then he like thought about it for a minute. And he's like, "Well, you were a really good bunter too." And I was like, "Bunting was the easiest thing for me, but not for everybody." And then I said, "What's something that you don't do well?" And he said, "Shooting a basketball or whatever." I'm like, "No, I'm not a good shooter either, but ask Steph Curry or the thing shoot a free throw in practice. Yeah, it's the easiest thing ever. How can you not shoot a free throw? It's so easy for you." But it's the same thing with like for non-emotional people, it's so easy not to be emotional. So it's like, I don't know, I try to keep that in mind as a coach. Everyone has strengths, everyone has weaknesses. And so come on, man, don't be so emotional. Like that's easy for people that aren't emotional to say, but that's why I have like a system of, for players that do struggle with that, like give them something to help them with not being so emotional. Anyways, have I ever played in Pennsylvania? Yes, I have, many times. I never went through the arbitration process. I wasn't good enough, so I never got there. You got to play like 3 years in the big leagues, 3 years of service time in the big leagues, and I had a year and a quarter, I think, so I never got to get to arbitration. Hey, Casey, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Your name's on this list behind me. It's being covered by the jersey right now. All right, everyone. I think it's time to go home. It's been a long night of fundraising. This might be the latest I've been in the office, almost 11 o'clock. We don't practice typically this late, but we didn't practice tonight. But anyways, I'm going to leave you with this because, man, I've been on here for 2.5 hours. Again, anyone that has donated, I really appreciate it. Even if you haven't, I still appreciate you hanging out. Hopefully you learned something. And I always feel like I learned something when we talk. If you would like to help support Gordon Baseball, click on the link in the chat. All these chats have a pinned link. Those donations go 100% to our players. We're a D3 program in Massachusetts. We use that fundraising to allow our players the resources to be able to go to Florida. We play 9 games down there starting March. We fly down on March 4th. Helps with transportation, lodging, food, playing in the games and the tournament. Being a Massachusetts team, we have to go down south. We're being a D3 program. We have to fundraise to be able to do that. It's actually crazy how expensive it is to never really taking a team of 30 guys, over 30 guys down there to Florida before for 10 days. But anyways, anything that you guys can do to help, we are super appreciative of that. And if you can, no worries. Make sure to follow us. So I've been posting a lot of videos on YouTube showing kind of our journey behind the scenes. If you're a player or a parent, you want to learn more about college baseball, D3 baseball, I try to make myself up and show you what it looks like at practice and behind the scenes. I'm going to do that all season long, so you can follow us and hopefully be a fan. And the top 3 donors are you guys can pick a jersey. I'll send it to you, or you can pick an Antonelli baseball shirt or something if you want that instead. But these are pretty sweet look. I know you can't see the whole jersey the way the camera is, but anyways, that's all I have. So thank you again. Hope everyone has a great night, and we will talk to you all later.